figure play where the rubber meets the road and we get straight to it. So again, we had a conversation like how we always do. Can a healthy relationship start from cheating? See, I know it's gonna go over a lot of people's head, right? Some people say no, because the foundation not solid. Some people say yes. I say, why wouldn't it be able to? The same way you got a person, the same way you're a loser. But what makes relationships stronger? Adversity. So, a certain type of adversity. You guys get past it within that relationship. I know that probably went over your head, but we're here to talk about it like how we do on a regular day-to-day basis with different type of insight and different. So without no further ado, make it make sense.
See, listen, I'm convinced that a lot of y'all men are scared of alpha females. You feel me? Because it seems like a lot of the women who are single are the ones who are very independent, who own their shit, don't need a man for nothing. We got that type of attitude. Most of us act like men, think like a man, whatever you want to call it. Okay, cool, fine and dandy. We only submissive to those who come to us as men. I'm convinced y'all scared of us, okay? I'm convinced y'all scared of us and y'all go commit to the people who gonna put up with whatever y'all got going for them. But that's not us, okay? Baby, I'm not finna down my demeanor or my personality to suit you, young man. I'm sorry, okay? I need a head honcho. Yep. I need a Dundada. I need a John Gotti. I need them type of men. Yeah, they can handle me. Yeah.
Damn, scared how aggressive you is when you trying to fight. No such thing as an alpha female. I'm sorry. She said it, I didn't. We got to get to it. Right now, tap in, tune in.
I mean, me personally, I feel like how can we have something healthy when we was already doing something that was wrong? How can you bring healthy out of that? We was already doing something we weren't supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cheat on my old lady with you, then make you my main. Like
so,
that's just my opinion.
No, you're right. But I bought the topic because we was talking yesterday. We be talking and certain things will come up, and a lady will be cheating with the guy, but want the guy to leave the wife for her. And sometimes they do it, but even though it don't work, I just want to know.
You always gonna be a side piece.
Always gonna be a side piece because that's
always
how you
gonna be a side. If I didn't come at you direct, like, man, I want you to be my wife. I want you to do this. If I'm just dealing with you and I already got another significant other, and I'm dealing with you, like that, it just don't make no sense to me.
Man,
I don't see no good coming out of that.
Them big facts. But I guarantee you, somebody out here that left their wife, that went with the new wife, or left their husband and went with the new husband.
Yeah, it happened all the time, bro. That's thinking.
Thinking. My man say that's some stinking thinking, man.
Yeah, that's thinking, man.
That's a fact, Jack. That's some stinking thinking, man. How y'all weather out there?
Man, I tell you right now, man, the sun beaming on me right now.
That's what's up. You down there? You down there in the good? I like coming outside and that sun shining bright. It make you feel better.
Yeah, that's where we get our energy from.
You ever cheated and liked the lady that you were cheating with more?
Of course. I mean, I'm human, but I know in the end.
I'm saying, did you? Now I know that. I'm saying, did you like her more than your girl though?
Facts.
Did you leave your girl?
Bro, we all human, bro. You might be human, but I know in the long run, how me and you started dealing with each other. So I can't overlook that.
So did you leave your girl though, or no? You just
No, I ain't leaving my old lady for no. I might go over there and dibble and dabble, but I'm not making it official where you my old lady knowing we were just cheating with each other. You feel me?
Right. See,
that just don't make no sense to me.
You're a real one. You're a real one, but you know people do it all day, every day.
Yeah, I told you thinking. That's all that comes from.
I like that, man. My man says thinking. That's what's up, fam. That's That's some stinking thinking going on, huh?
Yeah, that's all it is.
What you think? What you think? Hold on, somebody. Hold on. Hey, Tanisha.
Hey, love, how are you?
Okay. D1, I'm gonna mute you and let the sister speak, and then you come back up when you get ready.
All love, my boy.
Okay. How you doing, sister?
I'm good. How are you tonight? Or, yeah, this
Okay.
evening.
What you?
All right, let's see what it is. Can a healthy
Yeah,
relationship
come on.
start from cheating? Mm,
Tell the truth now. Don't lie to me.
no. And I'm going to say no
Okay.
because I feel as though if you're already cheating, then there's already some type of loyalty issues. So if someone is gonna, I don't want anybody that has anyone already, first of all. But I feel like if you're already starting a relationship on the premise of cheating, how you get them is how you're gonna lose them. You might get them, but how you get them is how you're gonna lose them. And it's always gonna be in your mind. Because if I got you cheating, how I know you're not starting something else somewhere else, cheating on me? Nah.
So, I, so why people cheat? Don't people cheat because they feel like it's something better?
I think people cheat because they think the grass is greener on the other side. I think people cheat because instead of just being honest with themselves and leaving, they just decide to stick around when they know they're unhappy. Sometimes people stick around, financial reasons, children. There's a lot of different reasons why I think people stick around. But ultimately, if you're not happy, it's just not going to end well. Just part ways, respectfully,
So you don't
instead of cheating.
you ever cheated before?
No,
Oh,
never.
come on.
I put that
I'm
on
not
my.
saying physical, so you never emotionally cheated?
So
Come
So
on,
I
sir.
think that no, I think that that's a little bit of the difference between
Okay.
men and women. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I don't emotionally cheat because as a woman, if I'm already emotionally invested, wherever I was, I'm not there anymore anyway. You know what I mean? So I think in that aspect, women are just a little bit different than men in that. No, I'm not even gonna put myself in that position. You know what I mean? Like to even, yeah, I'll talk, I'm nice, da da da. But if it's getting to a certain point, I know I'm in a relationship and I respect the relationship that I'm in. I'm not allowing that to go any farther than where surface level. Mm-mm.
So what if me and you together and
Mm-hmm.
we together, but we going through a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
We whatever it is, because people go through things.
Right.
Somehow you happen to meet somebody, but you're not entertaining the aspect of being with them. But it's new. I'm I've been there for you. We was cool, but it's been bad for probably a year. We
Okay.
locked in though. We live together. We locked in. But you know how things could get. You meet somebody, it changes. But me and you on our way out. We just don't know we on our way out. And now you getting something from them that I'm not giving you. That's healthy, ain't it? But you
Is
can't just
ha-
walk
it
away. You
right?
thinking
I was
about we
gonna.
got two kids together. You can't just walk away. We got two kids together. We got businesses. You really with me. We locked in, but we haven't been intimate. I'm saying, like, I'm painting a real picture for you.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Absolutely. And that is those are real people situations.
You
I
haven't
think
been
that that's
intimate. You haven't cheated on me. At this point, I haven't cheated on you, but you at your breaking point, and so am I.
So that's where y'all two really got to come together and realize what you want to do. Because if you haven't been intimate and you haven't cheated on that
I'm
person,
immature. I'm immature, and I'm bitter, and you grown.
no,
So
you
all
just
I'm
said that.
saying,
No, but you just said for a year y'all haven't been intimate
yeah, because
with.
I'm bitter. I'm bitter, and I'm immature, but you still with me because you trying to work it out.
But what are you bitter and immature about?
Because you cheated, or I don't want to take accountability. I'm just saying because I see a lot
Oh
of
yeah, no, yeah. Listen, I can only speak from my. Okay, so let's do this, right? Because I mean, I don't mind speaking on
Dewan, I'm gonna bring you back in
my
because I know you
life
messing with
or
the sister
anything
right
like
now.
that, right?
Okay,
So
okay,
I was in a similar situation as that. As
okay.
far as me and my children's father, honestly, I will say this: it was on the outs prior to me getting pregnant with my first daughter. It was already getting bad in a sense where the communication wasn't going good. There was just no real try in a relationship anymore. And I can't even say that it was only on his behalf, but it was definitely on my behalf as well. Girls, hold on 1 second. Girls, they outside on the balcony, like just talking to people randomly. Hey, yeah, you don't hear us out here random, just
the household, they running it.
they're outside. But so prior to me having my first daughter, I kind of already felt that it was out. You know what I mean? It wasn't there. I thought that by me getting pregnant and having my daughter, that was a reason to stay in the relationship, try the relationship, do the right thing as a mom and a dad. Didn't work. I thought it was, and not. I can't even
So
say I
you've
thought
been
it
through
was.
what I'm. So it sounds like you gotta see. It sound. I don't even know you. We don't know each other, but based on what I just said, you being a little more open with what you know, with what you saying.
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem telling like my story, and you might, and I think maybe if you was on me with She Be Freeze Live, like I've explained it before, but it's like I don't have a problem stating it, but I think that just regardless, once that commitment or that bond is broken, it's hard to come back. It's hard. It's just hard. In my instance, I don't cheat. Betrayal is like that's my number. That's my non-negotiable.
That's what I'm saying. So would it be cheating? We together and we stuck together for whatever reason for a little minute. It's gonna take you a little while to get out the house, but we living together and we still together, but we not together. You understand? We mentally.
Yeah, not to get out. Yeah. In my situation, I did not. Respectfully,
Yeah.
I did
Okay.
not. I did not until it was done. That's me. You know what I mean? Some people do exactly what you say because they're missing things at home, so they are looking for that. That happens. I know someone that happened to, but that also has to do with maturity factor as well.
Have you ever broken up with somebody and came back?
When I was younger, yes, but
Okay.
not as an adult. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Not as an adult. No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let the no, I don't know why. I'm gonna let the other sisters speak, then we'll bring you
Your
back in.
sisters. Oh yeah, they're good. Go ahead. I'm on mute. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Christina and Shakina. I don't know what happened to the young lady. I didn't press anything. Let me try to bring you back. Hey ladies.
Hey, Play, how you doing?
All right.
All
Miss
right,
Shakina.
good.
Huh? I don't know if she can. Miss Shakina, how you doing? You might be in the
Yeah,
matrix.
good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm just listening.
Okay, can you give us a little insight, or you want to keep listening for a minute?
No, I think I'll just be present and listen. Yeah.
Okay, we appreciate you. Okay,
Thank you.
when you ready to jump in, just come on in. Nadij, she's circling. I think something wrong with your Wi-Fi. I think she thinks somebody dropped her, but we didn't. Sometimes the Wi-Fi just do that. Christina, you there? Christina, we might be having some Wi-Fi trouble
Yeah, I'm
too.
here.
Yeah, I see a red bar.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
she might.
Can
There
can
she
you
go.
can
I'm
you
here.
have you there, Christina?
I'm here. I'm here.
Can a healthy relationship start from cheating?
A healthy relationship can start from anything.
Oh,
It's all in what you make it.
oh, come
It's
on,
all in
give
what
us
you make it,
some.
baby.
Come on, give us
It's
some.
all in what you make it. I mean,
What
if
that
you really
mean?
want it that bad, it's gonna happen. Regardless of how you got it, it's gonna happen, right?
So you don't believe that how you
It's
got it
gonna
is
happen,
how you
right?
lose. I said so you don't believe
No, that
that
don't always be
is
the
how you
case.
lose, huh?
No, it depends on if you really want that or not. If that person really want that, and you really want that too, and y'all together on the same decision, it can happen. I
Hey,
don't
what
believe
she
in that.
wants. I appreciate you for stepping in, sister. How you doing? I'm just speaking. Go ahead, Christine. I'm sorry.
But people use that because they feel like it makes them feel better to say that how you get them is how you're going to lose them. It makes them feel better.
Oh,
That's how I feel.
I appreciate you coming in. I wasn't expecting that from you. I thought you was gonna say
I
it.
know you wasn't.
I like that approach.
No, it depends on how you.
So did you happen to take somebody,
Go
man?
ahead. No, I never done that. But however,
You
I
got
am a firm
quiet.
believer in.
Okay.
No, I believe in how. I believe in if the people want it bad enough, it don't matter how you got them, it's gonna happen.
Indeed, you got it.
See, people use, like I said, they use that as a. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, they use that. How you get them is how you're gonna lose them. They use that as a way to feel better. And like I said, people also use that karma thing. Like if something don't work out with the other person too, and they feel like, oh, that's your karma. No, it just didn't work out.
It didn't work out because sometimes you
People
start
use these
out.
things to make themselves feel better.
Sometimes, man, you can start out at the church and shit don't work.
All right.
You can start
It
out
just
always.
don't work. It don't matter. I mean, it's all in how you move it. It's all in how you do it. It don't got
Somebody
nothing to do
said
with
God.
that. I mean, I'm not
God,
gonna
God can
personally
do
go and jump in
anything. I know
nobody's
you believe
relationship.
that.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
believe. I do
I'm not
believe.
personally going to jump in nobody's relationship though.
Right. Like
Huh?
I agree with her that if you want something bad enough, you can make it work. You know, I absolutely agree with that. I'm not gonna, like she said, I don't want nobody that already has somebody anyway. I can't say that I can't accept that. Like I just rather us come with a clean slate. Like
I respect both of them. That's why I just like to have the conversation. Maybe we can,
yeah.
you know. D1, you want to come back and speak, brother? Come on. D1 say just don't cheat. Come on, Juan. Okay, he might be in the comments.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, brother.
No, it ain't even that. It just, if you with somebody and you know it ain't working out, why would you go to somebody else looking for comfort? You let that person know, look, man, it's not working out with me and you. I'm just gonna dead this. Then you go to somebody else. You don't cheat with somebody and think it's gonna work out. Cause if you dealing with somebody that got intellect, they're gonna be like, okay, she cheated on him. Why you wouldn't do the same thing to me?
That's how I feel. Exactly. That's how
You
I
feel
think
me?
about it.
It's not about stigma and all that. That's just BS. We talking about reality. If you cheat, if you got a husband, if you got a whole husband, you be with this man 10 years, and I just come through and make you feel good, and you leave your husband just because I made you feel good, but this your husband. You took a vow with this man. Y'all took an oath under God, and you would just cheat on him because I make you feel good? No, we not looking past that, bro. Like I said earlier, that's thinking. And get out y'all mind, bro. That's not right. Just leave that person alone. Leave them alone. Then go find you somebody that you could be with. It's that simple.
All right. Say you got a lady that you started out with. You respect her. She respect you, and it don't work. What's the difference?
It's the same thing.
Same thing. I'm leaving.
If I'm dealing with somebody and they don't respect me, I'm just gonna leave, bro. I'm not gonna cheat on you.
I'm saying y'all doing good. And y'all didn't start off cheating. What I'm saying.
Okay. Hold on. Say it again.
I said I'm saying y'all doing good, but y'all don't start off cheating. Y'all met each other with a clean slate, but it still don't work.
Just let it go.
It just
I
don't
mean,
work.
water under the bridge. It didn't work. We can come to agree. If you're dealing with somebody that's grown with intelligence, she gonna sit you down and be like, baby, look, this ain't working. I'm telling you what I need, and you're not giving it to me. She's not gonna go cheat on you. She gonna tell you what she needs, and if you can't bring that to the table, she gonna leave you alone. I mean, it's simple to me.
Right.
Just leave me alone. Don't cheat on me. Leave me alone.
Okay, Miss Nadij, I'm so sorry. I know I owe you probably $1 million because I be butchering the names. I'm sorry. Come on, speak, sister. You come on, speak.
It's Nadej. Jesus.
Christina, you gotta help me now. Come on, I'm gonna have to pay everybody.
Don't put it to Christina.
You owe her $10, Clay. I'm on her side. You owe her $10.
All
Now
right.
Seriously.
you owe $50 this week. You need to get it right.
All right.
Jesus.
I got to buy everybody lunch. Come on. All
So,
right. I'm
so
going to be quiet.
Christina, I'm surprised with you too. So let me just say this. I say that I make that statement too, and it's not to make me feel good. I truly believe in karma. Like I don't want shit to come back to me at all, right? Especially if I'm aware of it. So like
So,
how you
okay, hold on. Well, you said you don't want, this is what I feel about what you said, right? Because I want to paint this
hmm
picture. Me and you
hmm
together, it's a clean slate. You didn't do anything wrong. I cheat on you anyway. So where that karma come from?
What do you mean?
Me and you together, you didn't take me from
Okay.
a woman. I didn't take you
Okay.
from a man, and I step out on you anyway.
Okay.
So you said you don't want no karma,
Yeah, I don't want so me knowingly knowing that you are even though your scenario said I didn't, right? But
right?
I was talking about her when she said her comment, like those people are trying to make themselves feel better. No, I just don't want. I just first of all, I just think it's not morally right, right? But I secondly don't want karma to come back to me. But my
Right?
question, my statement is, with because I think somebody said that yes, no, Christina, you can have a healthy relationship with starting from cheating or whatever. Here's my question though: how are you gonna have a solid if you're building a house? How are you gonna have a solid home on with sinking sand? Like, how does that work?
All right, first of all, y'all should know me by now. I don't agree with cheating. But the
Right,
question
right,
states, can you have a healthy relationship from cheating? I
right.
never said I agree with cheating. But I can say, because I'm not biased to it, just because somebody cheated does not
hmm
mean that their relationship is going to fail because they cheated. I'm not, y'all know I'm not for cheating at all. But however, I'm not unrealistic either, because
But if you're
somebody can cheat on me today and
hmm
then it work out. But listen, but it work out with that other person because I guess I just wasn't it. That does
right,
not mean that I agree with cheating. I do not agree with cheating at all. I'm never going to cheat. That's not me. I'm never going to be a cheater. But I'm not crazy enough to sit here and say, well, that person going to have a bad experience because they cheated on me. No, they may just have a good experience because that's really what they want, and I just wasn't
okay,
it.
okay. So let
I
me
mean,
so
that's just how I feel.
let me get this. Maybe I'm taking the question wrong then. So correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Can a
you are.
healthy,
It's okay.
Christina,
I love it. Yes.
not on Sunday.
Okay.
So can a healthy
Hey,
relation?
I got a little wine in me. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So can a healthy relationship start from cheating? So are you saying, okay, are you saying if he cheated on you with me, right? And then he and I worked out? Is that the question?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where y'all are coming from?
That just means he really was into you, baby.
Okay,
That just
so
means that he's really into you.
okay, maybe
I just
so
wasn't it. I'm not. I don't have. Yeah, I'm not. My self esteem is so high, sweetheart, that I would just walk away. Like if that's somebody else is making you happy, I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, I've it must be something wrong with me.
See,
No,
somebody in
it's
the
just
comment,
that person
somebody in
fits
the
you better.
comment, Christina, somebody in the comments, see how people misunderstand. He said, Christina, you're single. I want a lady that's not going to cheat. He's not even understanding what
that's
she's
not
You're
trying
what
to
she
say.
said
misunderstanding.
though.
I've
That's
never
not what
said that
she's
I'm a
saying.
cheater.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
why I
what she's
like for
saying.
people to try to
I
listen and
never said
engage.
I was a cheater.
Mm-mm.
Go
I've
ahead,
never
sis.
cheated.
Go ahead. Go
I've
ahead.
Yeah,
I've
that's not
never
what she
cheated.
said. She just the only thing she stayed. She never
No.
said that she couldn't that she agreed with cheating. She just stated that you can have a healthy relationship out of anything. It doesn't
Thank you.
really matter where it comes from.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's what she said. She didn't say
Thank
that she
you.
agrees with the cheating. She just said that based on the question, you can have a healthy relationship out of
Yes.
anything. Yeah, but that's what she was
So
saying. Not
That's
that
right.
she
okay,
agrees in cheating.
and I think I get what. Okay, so if Clay was talking to Christina, and then he came and talked to me, but I didn't know about Christina, and they break up because of me. Can he and I have a healthy relationship? Yes,
I don't think
that's
so because I feel
Yes,
like
you
there was
can.
the But I just feel like
Well, I didn't know about it.
But
I
yeah, there
didn't
was
know about it.
deception. That was the deception. She didn't get a choice. I'm a
That's
firm
true too.
believer on a
That's true
choice. You
too.
know what I mean? If you give me a choice, then it's up to me to say yay or nay. But she said she didn't know, and then he had someone else, and they broke up because of her. So there was some type
So
of deceit.
So from that clarification, I can agree with Christina. But I understand where you're coming from too, because it is deception. So I agree with both of y'all.
It is deception.
Now that I get a better understanding,
Yeah,
because
I'm not gonna
like you
sit.
guys'
I'm not gonna
insight.
sit
I
for
really
it.
like you guys' insight.
I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna sit for cheating. However, I'm not going to cheat.
I
But I
mhm.
can't sit up here and say that you're gonna like her, because she might be everything you needed. She might be
Mhm.
the,
Mhm.
I mean, just the mesh. I mean, she just
She
might
might be
mesh
the
with you
yep.
very well, and
Mhm.
it just wasn't me. And
I get it. Now I
I'm
get
good
it.
enough to
I
walk away,
understand.
and I know I can walk away. Thank you. I'm glad y'all sat there and let me clarify that, because y'all know me better than that.
No, I
Y'all
didn't.
know I
Really
know
like
I
you guys'
understand.
insight. What I was saying. Are you guys getting any feedback over here or not?
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you getting
I'm
feedback from
not.
me?
No, no,
That's
no.
what
I'm
oh.
hearing some on my end. It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Miss Shakira haven't spoke. If you want to speak,
Thank y'all for the gifts too, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you too. Whoever it was.
she might. You want to
Yeah,
speak, Miss?
I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening.
I
I
was
think
no, not
just
Shakina. I meant Shakira. I'm
oh,
sorry,
okay.
Miss Shakina.
I'll listen.
I'm still listening right now.
Okay. Tanisha wanted to come in. The
No, I was just saying that I agree with what she was saying. If there's you just give me a choice. You know what I mean? And it's up to me whether to decide what I want to do. But I feel like when you don't give me a choice and you kind of make the choice for someone, that's what kind of makes it a bit difficult. Like, just let me
oh,
know.
oh, okay, gotcha. Miss Christina, it looked like the guy was saying he want to know if you single. You have to ask. I don't know. Oh, he said he's Jamaican,
I
so I
am.
guess I misunderstood.
Okay, yeah.
Guess he flirting. I guess they
But
flirting,
I
ladies.
mean,
Are
I
you guys
am. Yeah.
available? No, let me quit. Let me
They flirting
quit.
with me. Y'all don't y'all be up here flirting with me now.
I'm just, that's different. That's different. I try to read some of the comments. Uh, okay, let me see. Hold on. I got a little bit of feedback over here, but it's okay. Okay, all right. Boom. Oh, you a keeper, Christina. They saying you a keeper. Okay.
I'm mentally stable. People like mentally stable people.
Okay. I'm gonna have to close this window over here while I'm at, because I'm having a little whatchamacallit.
What's wrong?
You know, I be trying to have my little window, and sometimes I be getting a little feedback from it. It get a nice little breeze, but if it get too rough, I'm gonna just close it. But other than that, I'm pretty cool.
Okay.
Said
Okay.
Christina said the relationship already starting in the red. Can you help him understand how we can get it out the red?
Listen, if somebody cheated on me and I'm unaware that they cheated on me, but then they tell me, hey, look, I like somebody else better than you. I have I have good self-esteem. I can move away and be just
Do
fine.
people
I will
really?
not be upset about it.
I never
Because,
heard. Do people really do that? If we being honest, most people not doing
well,
it.
I mean, I would hope that people would be honest. I would hope that people would be honest, but unfortunately that don't happen. They like to have their cake and eat it too. But I'd rather somebody tell me, hey, look, I found somebody and I like them
So
better.
if
And
I'm
I mean,
with you,
I'll be all right with it. I might cry for a week, but I'll be okay.
okay, I'm
Yeah.
with you. Me and you together. I like
Yeah.
you. You can you hear me, Christina? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
I
Yeah.
said I'm with you, right? You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. We
We
together.
can hear you.
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. I'm with you. We together.
Right.
We doing pretty good, right? And we
Uh-huh.
hold on. Nah, that's a little better. I'm with you, and we.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
I was having a little.
Somebody said, "Tell me what's up." Period. That's all right.
I'm having a little
Tell me what's
problem.
up. Don't hide it from me. Okay. No, I'm reading. I'm answering to the comments.
Mute.
That's correct.
Try to mute
Tell me what's
yourself.
going on. I'd rather.
I never know how to do that. Let
Try
me
to
see.
try to mute yourself and then unmute yourself.
Oh wow. Okay. I thank you for that. I think I'm back now. Thank you, sister. I never even knew I could do that. I thank you so much. I just had to check that more. Now, Mr. Spinner is
You could put that. You could put that on my bill that you owe me. You're welcome.
okay. I I add that to it. No, we just trying to fix the mic. That sounds good. I'm in a perfect world, right? We know 99% of folks isn't going to do that, unfortunately, right? So most people not going to be.
No, they're not. You're absolutely correct.
But can I tell you
Oh,
that if they did, real
go
quick,
ahead.
if can I just tell you that if people did, yes, your feelings are going to be hurt, right? But you would have, like, we would still have respect for you. Like, there'll be a level of respect because
Yes.
you chose to say, you know what? Hey, I'm not
Absolutely.
feeling you anymore, or, how I liked you, I don't really like you anymore. Whatever the case is, right? We would have a level, both men and women, right? We will have a level of respect
I'm
for you
just not sure.
still.
That's why I think that's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say if we together, I don't want to. We both don't want to hurt each other. I don't know how. That's why I think people do this, until the person find out because I don't want to, because I would have had to say some things leading up to that
But
point. I don't think you just. I think it's
but do
something
you,
leading up.
but you do know that when you do that, right? You're hurting them twice as much because you're number one, you're lying, and then number one, the act. Instead of having respect for that's okay. Like sometimes you gotta hurt feelings, right? So it's better to hurt the feelings, tell the truth, hurt the feelings, and still have a level of respect and maybe even a friendship or whatever. But there'll always be a level of respect. Like I can't be mad at this person because they told me the truth and then they walked away or what have you.
It just sounds so. It sounds amazing, but in reality, we all know it's hard to get to that level because it ain't like you just putting a dagger in somebody when you just
I
when you
know.
open,
That's
when you
true.
open just do them like that. It ain't like you just what you get what I'm saying. Hold on. Okay, I'll try to bring you up, brother. Hey, brother, go ahead, brother.
What's up, fam?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. Uh, just to answer the prompt, can a healthy relationship start from cheating? Nah, that's a bold no.
Come on, tell us why you think that.
The best way to put it is you can't expect to start something out of a betrayal.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
You will never. You can't. It's like, how would you want to start a healthy relationship from cheating? Like, it doesn't make sense. Even if it's the woman or the man, it doesn't make any sense.
You ever cheated before?
No.
Everybody, you ever been cheated on?
Yep.
Did you ask them why?
Yes.
What they say?
They were stupid.
You said, wait, what you say? Yeah, yes, miss. Yes, miss. Go ahead, brother. You said what? I didn't hear you.
I said they were stupid.
No, I'm saying you said you asked them why. They didn't tell you.
And they said no. They said it was stupid. Why they did it?
Oh, you said okay.
Yeah,
Right, okay. Okay,
but
Miss Shakira, go ahead. You can interact. Oh, brother, you want through? Go ahead. Y'all got
um,
excuse me. I'm having a little technical difficulties over here. Go ahead.
yeah.
I think what's for you is for you. And I believe that a healthy relationship can start out of anything, like Christina said, because you already know you already finding out stuff about each other. And apparently there was something that the person was feeling, that void that you was feeling, that person fit was completed that feeling that you was missing. So I believe what's for you is for you, and that's it. I think if you have an open dialogue with one another, and you all have an understanding, then it is what it is.
You talking about the new couple.
Yes, the new couple.
So you believe that you can have a healthy relationship.
Yes, yes.
I love it.
For me, it's unforgivable. It's one of unforgivable sins for me. So
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 what
do
you
we
mean when
really?
you
Yeah.
say go ahead, go ahead.
you say
So do we
what?
really? So do we really want to talk about sins? Because almost everything is a sin. So let's not characterize that by itself.
No, I'm just saying. I
So
say
I'm not gonna say
I'm not.
it's sin. I'm gonna say that's my
I'm not
boundary.
saying it's the same as like I'm not trying to put myself in position of a god, but I'm saying as a
Hmm.
human. Okay, because one thing about me personally, I love myself to the extent like respect is one thing for me, disrespect is another thing. But with that, cheating is also disrespect. So it's something that I can't. If I'm in a relationship with somebody or starting one and you start out with cheating, I'm not even gonna move forward. Like there's nothing to move forward with.
See, I want to say this real quick, right? Somebody left. I wanted everybody to be here to hear this, right? So what if me and you together, right? And you cheat on me and I take you back. As a result of me taking you back, you become a better person. Isn't that a healthy relationship? See,
It's
everybody took it as I'm saying go to the next person. But this could be within your own relationship. I know that probably went over y'all head. If you
no, I heard what you said, but from my own standing point, you can never give a rat a cheese and not expect the rat to chew it. So
so you know anybody that ever cheated on their wife and they made it and they have a beautiful union now? You don't know
yeah,
that?
but it's never the same because guess what? As a human being, like if the person decides to stay,
That's projection. You
no,
don't
it's
know
not
them.
projection. It's human mentality. It's human psychology.
Not
Let me
true.
tell you some. Let me tell you something, right? You as a person, if I come out tomorrow and slap you
Play
in your
trolling right now,
face,
y'all. Be careful.
Oh no, don't stop. Go
if
ahead,
I
brother. Come
if
on.
if I come out tomorrow and let me say smack in your face and apologize
You do.
next time and you forgive me, you're gonna see me next time. Every time you see me, no matter how cool we are, you will always remember that smack on your face. Because why? You as a man, I know you're very respectful. I know you love being respected as a man. I know you have swag in your community. Brother, you will look at me and be like, this guy slapped me.
But see, but see, you paint a different picture because it depends on our situation. If we brothers, if we cousins, we talking about love between two. We talking about love between people. So that's a different. It's a different. It's a different narrative. Come on, Miss Duz. We need you to speak because you say you don't have a dog in this fight. Yes, you do. Come on.
No, I do not. Listen, the minute the first of all, I'm not gonna cheat. But the
Okay.
minute you cheat, I'm out.
Well,
Like,
see, this again. Let's just we we speaking we speaking to the people of the world. It's people out here that
hmm
have been through things.
yep.
I I'm gonna say this. You know,
The only person who is gonna be comfortable with
Go
cheating
ahead.
is the other person who is always cheating too. And if they wanna play two for that, then that's on their own. Like they're comfortable with it, you know.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if the other person is not, especially like I always like to use myself as an example, brother, I'm not gonna sleep at night. I'm just telling you, like,
Okay.
uh-uh.
We want to let Mr. Said Waynes come on in, brother. You can speak. Waynes, Said Waynes.
How y'all doing? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
appreciate you coming up, brother. I ain't see you there. That's my bad.
No, you good. No, you good. I was just listening. I was making sure I want to listen to everybody before I chime in just a little bit. It's funny
Come on.
because before I had got married, I just got married last month ago in Vegas.
Hold on, brother.
Congratulations.
Hold on.
Appreciate it.
Hold on 1 second,
Congratulations,
brother.
man.
Hold on
Appreciate it.
1 second. Hold
Okay,
on.
okay.
I ain't got this set up right. There you go.
All right. Appreciate it. So before I got married, I was dealing with this young lady, and she was married for 15 years before she divorced her husband. So long story short, the reason why they got a divorce because she cheated on her husband. So when she told me that, I immediately like, I don't think this is gonna be the one for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you cheated on this man, a man that took care of your kids and took care of the other 2 kids that you had for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And you cheated on this man. Now she gave me the reason. I don't want to go into the story. She gave me the reason. I thought that was not the reason to cheat on this man. You know what I mean? So if and then go to the second part about, well, if my wife was to cheat on me, how can a relationship be saved? Nah, that's it. Because if something was lacking in our marriage, you should come to me first. Let's talk about it first. You know what I'm saying? Before you step out there, do whatever you're gonna do. Tell me what's going on. You know, let's have the open line of communication. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't just go take it upon yourself to go out here and do what you do, and then make me look stupid, embarrass me, embarrass yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna go out here and embarrass yourself, and I find out that it could be a whole heap of mess. So
Yep.
Right.
tell
But
me
you
what we lacking. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. Tell me what you lacking so we can try to fix it. Now, if it can't be fixed over a certain amount of time, then we might have to figure something else out. You feel me?
Yes, sir. I hear you loud and clear, Said.
Yes,
So
sir.
go ahead. You ever cheated before?
Once.
Why did you do it?
The opportunity was there, honestly.
Did she leave you or did she stay?
Nah, she left me. Nah, she left. She was out.
Did you care that she left you?
I did. I try to get her at the time. I tried to get her back, but I broke the trust. And at first, at the time, I was like pissed because I thought it could work. You know what I'm saying? At least with my situation, I thought it could work, but I had broke her trust. And you know, going forward as I got older, I understood it. Yeah, I broke her trust. So it was nowhere in the world that was going to be fixed because I broke her trust. So she had a right to leave. You know what I mean?
I have a question for you,
Yes, ma'am.
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So you just said that you want to ask your wife. You want your wife to come to you and tell you, "Hey, you're lacking in X, Y, and Z," so that you can right your wrongs or whatever it is, right? You can fix your problem.
Right.
So the person that you cheated with, why didn't you give her the same courtesy?
It's a difference because that was not my wife.
Okay, it was you. It was your
Because she had
girlfriend. So why
so
didn't you give?
because it's
Why
no
didn't you?
obligation because there's no obligation there. She has no
But
obligation.
no, but she was your girlfriend. So why didn't you give her the respect of telling her, "I'm not feeling you anymore," or "I just want a new flavor this today. It's Sunday, so I feel like whatever."
No, at that
Why
at
didn't
that
you?
at that particular time, I still was gonna be with her. It's just the
Right.
opportunity. I just took advantage of the opportunity.
So you were selfish?
If you want to say that, yes.
No, I'm asking you. Well, what was the reasoning? You had an opportunity, but why didn't you wasn't sat was you sat you was you not satisfied with your girlfriend?
Yeah, I was.
So you okay, so then you want to be selfish. You want me to put the words in your mouth?
I took I mean, you can frame it as selfish. I took the opportunity. So yeah, if you want to call it selfish, you call it selfish. But I took the opportunity. Opportunity presented itself at the time, and I took it.
And then
It was nothing
but
wrong
she
with it at that time.
so we just mentioned well I mentioned how, it would be better if men and women, right? But I'm a woman, so I'm going to speak it as such. So if men would just be honest and be like, "Hey, this is not working," or whatever, or I see somebody else that I think may tickle my fancy, right? And
Mm.
that way we would
It's
get
good,
it would hurt,
but
but
at the
at least
end,
there'll be
it's
some
right.
level of respect,
Right.
right?
Right.
But you said that you wanted basically your cake and eat it too, but she left anyway. So
Yeah.
you really didn't have both. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, you can say. I mean, you can say that. I mean, yeah, but again, that's the best way I can describe it because it was nothing wrong with her at that time. You see what I'm saying? It was nothing wrong with her. She was a good girl. She was a good woman.
Hmm.
Give me a minute, G. I'll bring you up. Give me a minute.
You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing. I'm gonna point the finger or whatever. She was a good woman. You know what I mean? It was not. It not really was. We didn't have any problems in our relationship, as far as I knew.
So you were kind of bored. So you were kind of bored, and
No,
got
No,
honey.
he
You
said the
know.
opportunity presented himself, so it was a selfish decision that was made
Yeah.
because it was in front of him.
So Sadie Wayne,
I
it
hope,
didn't mean
did you
nothing
learn
to
from
you.
the mistake? You know.
yeah, of course it was a mistake, but I don't. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You live and you learn. You know what I mean? I don't have
Okay.
no regrets. I don't think about. I'm in a whole marriage, so definitely not thinking about that. So, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I took the opportunity. It was wrong at the time, and it is what it is.
So,
She married herself, so I'm glad she's happy.
I appreciate you being transparent, fam.
Yeah.
yeah.
Why do people call cheating a mistake?
No, I'm just saying. I don't want to make it sound harsh. You know, anybody can say it's a mistake, but at the end of the day, it
A
was a
mistake, I
choice.
feel like
It's a
I feel
choice
like a
and a
mistake
decision.
is
You
I
know.
feel like a mistake is you put salt instead of sugar in your cake.
No,
That's a
I
mistake.
would. The brother said it's a mistake, but I recharacterize that, right? A
Yeah.
mistake is only when you repeat something. It's not a mistake if you learn
If you
from it and
keep
change
doing
your
it.
ways. It's a message. That's I tell
Yeah.
people all the time. A loss isn't a loss if you learn from it. It's a lesson. A
Mm-hmm.
mistake isn't a mistake if you learn from it. It's a message. So the young brother down at the bottom said he made a mistake at the time because he probably hurt the young lady. But he's talking now. I'm not cheating on my wife. It's something that he learned from, and he's not doing that again. If he's being real, he has no reason to lie to us.
Definitely not
Keep
doing that.
repeating.
Definitely not doing that again. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Learn,
sir.
learn,
I salute
learn
you.
my lesson.
Yeah.
I salute you for representing that the black men don't cheat, young man. I
Nah, we
salute
don't
you.
cheat out. We don't cheat out here. We don't cheat out
Hush it up. He just
Yeah,
said he
yeah,
cheated.
shit.
We don't cheat out here. Don't believe that narrative, ladies. We don't cheat out here.
Anyway, I just keep my truth, man.
Text you. I'll call you back.
No healthy relationship starts from cheating. It is what it is. You know. That's not healthy. Mentally it's not healthy.
I missed you, Prince. Come on, E. I ain't heard from you. Come on, E. Come on, chime
You
in.
don't want me to. You don't want
Come
me
on,
to
I need
chime
you. I
in,
need
man.
you.
Not on this one, man.
Come on,
Because
E. It's you can't. Come on.
it was a lot of fibbing going on in these comments. I don't know if guys in here trying to make themselves look more
They try to,
genuine.
we ain't got no cheaters now.
Because I don't get it. I'm saying, I'm like, is the
No,
men
everybody
starting
gotta
to
be
become
truthful to themselves. Like, it's not
yeah,
hard
at
to
the end of
find.
the day,
These days
at the
it's
end of
not
the
hard to
day,
find.
because like if then I'm looking at what's the age range is these opinions coming from?
I'm
If
under
we
the
talking,
assumption we all adults, E.
I understand that, but in what level? You got the young adults, the middle age adults, and the older adults, and in each era there was a pandemic of cheating. It was a pandemic of cheating, and
Anybody on this stage don't cheat, so
yeah,
I'm against the rock and the hard place.
let them tell the true lie, yeah. But you can't tell me you done found all these monogamous, non-cheating guys in one room. Now that's odd. That's kind of weird to me.
It is a few brothers here.
It
I
may
think
be. It
no,
may
no,
be.
the young. I think two of that young brother at the bottom married, and I'm pretty sure the other brother. I think he's married too. I'm not sure about Prince. I think
It,
Prince got 50 wives. Is that right, Prince? You
No,
got
I
50.
never have 50 wives.
Oh, okay. Man, I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead, E. I'm sorry. Go ahead, E.
now, what I'm saying is, for a man just in passage alone, have a lot of encounters. And not saying that every man 100% does,
Right.
but the odds of you having that 5%, more than one of them 5% in one room at one time, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's saying like, okay, what are you saying? You never cheated? That's what you're saying? You never had an affair? That's what
You
you're
might have
saying?
missed Eddie Wayans. He
No.
was transparent with us. He said that he had stepped out and it was a mistake and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he kept it real with it. Now he married.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when I came in, I heard the guy say he cheated once.
right.
And his fiance or girlfriend ended up leaving him. And I wanted to ask him, did he ever cheat again? And if he didn't,
He said no. But they
Nah,
want
never cheated again, sir. Never cheated again.
and
I
I
like
would
Eddie
just
Wayans. Eddie Wayans, I respect you.
and
I
said,
like
Eric, can you just
yes,
like answer the question? Can you answer the prompt?
yeah, can
You're
a
like you're
healthy
judging
relationship?
everybody.
No. I was just going off of what I was hearing. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he
Like,
just talking.
that's all.
You good, E.
I'm
You
just
good.
holding the conversation. I sound serious sometimes, but it'd be a little, comedy in there too.
I know, man. I
Okay,
know.
but can a healthy relationship start from cheating? Wow, I think that's a oxymoron right
No,
there.
come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
I think that's an oxymoron because if it started from cheating, that means it started off already crooked.
See, okay. I'm gonna let you speak it.
Ooh, Eric, I agree with you today. Oh my
Exactly.
Yeah.
goodness
So
gracious.
That's not
so
true. Listen.
listen. Hold on, wait a
I'm
minute.
surprised that he gave that answer too.
That's why I'm jumping. Yes, Eric. Yes.
Because this is what I'm getting out of this answer. That's like saying if I pick up a glass and break a glass and I'm sorry about it, does that make me destructive?
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
Like you
can we
destructive.
so Eric, this is
I
what
don't
was
believe
done
you.
earlier.
What I'm sorry really mean. Now go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm
This is
sorry.
what we did earlier, right? For
Okay.
them for me to understand what they were saying, because I said the same thing to you as that you're saying. So if I was the play and I cheated on him with you, but you didn't know, you had no clue, and you and I are rocking hard, we're locked in.
Right.
Can your can our relationship be healthy?
No, because you cheated on me. Because I thought I
No,
was
I cheated on. No, I'm
no.
with
Listen.
Play. No,
Okay.
I don't. No, you didn't come into the picture. It was just me and Play, right? Then you
Right.
came strolling along in your bike, and I said,
Right.
"Oh, he's cute." You said, "Oh, she's cute,"
Wait, hold
and
on,
then
wait.
we.
Don't
No,
cheat
no,
on me.
no.
You gotta cheat on
That's
somebody else now.
Hold
that's
on. I got
like
You
this.
gonna cheat
Hey,
on
play.
me
I
for
Hold
got
is
on,
that
this.
cheating?
I got it.
hold on,
I got it. Let her finish.
hold
I
on.
already know what
So
she's
then,
going with. I got it.
so then I start talking to you. We start kicking it. Then I'm locked in, and he finds out we break up or whatever. But you didn't know about him at all. Can our relationship be strong and healthy?
No, because you cheated on me too.
Yep.
How?
Because
Because
you didn't tell him.
hold on. I was under the notion that it was just me and you.
It
Come to
is.
find,
Once you came,
okay.
once
Hold
I
on.
gave you, go
Come
ahead,
to
go ahead.
find out you was already dealing with somebody else. So you cheated on both of us.
No, once I gave you my number and we started talking and locking in, he's done with. He
So
found out.
you didn't cheat on him then. You broke up with him and started dating me.
He just
Think
didn't
about what
know.
you're saying.
So
Think
He
about
didn't.
so
what you're
Yes,
basic
saying.
he didn't
so
know that I broke up with
basically
him.
basically you were cheating on the two guys at the same time.
Right.
No.
Yes, that's what it is.
If
Hey,
both of
Prince,
us
lower
don't
your
know the
voice.
other one, hold on. If you're dealing with two people and now one of them know the other one exists until something comes out that you may have cheated on him to start dealing with me. But if I was never under the notion that there was another guy, you cheating on me with him too.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't lock in yet, though.
But you saying you dealing with both of us
No,
though.
no. I said you scroll down the street. You gave me your number, and we started talking. And he doesn't know about it though, and you don't. I mean, you don't know about him. And
Right,
then I want to lock it in with you, right?
right.
And then he'll find out later, or he found out, or I broke up with him. But I'm already locked in with you. We done went
So
on dates and everything.
Okay.
did
Let
you
me
break up with
simplify
him
this.
yet? Did you break up with the
Let me
dude you were
simplify
with
this.
yet, or no?
Did you break up with your ex
Right. Yeah.
before me and you start having like sexual intercourses or anything
Oh
like that?
yeah, like yeah.
Oh,
If
then you didn't cheat
Smex
then.
is
So
involved, if
there's no
Smex,
cheating at
Yeah, there
all.
was no
There's no
cheating then.
cheating at all because you
okay.
broke
So
up
can
with your ex before me and you even started really getting into it with each other. So that you
are
just
you just
broke it
talking about the
down.
Smex? I'm not talking about Smex with the
She
Smex.
she
I'm talking about
said
prior to.
she said she's
Prince, I
gonna
hold on. I can explain. I'm
okay.
talking about prior to. So there
That's
was no
cheating.
Smex involved.
That's cheating though.
So okay, if you going at it at that angle, if you going at it just off the emotional side of it,
Right,
you cheated
right.
on both of us still
Okay,
because
okay. Okay.
because right
I'm not
because
trying to convince you
mentally
otherwise.
yeah because mentally I'm in the realm that me and you are good. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I don't know
We
about
are
your
though.
I
I'm
don't know
calling
about your ex.
cap on everybody on this stage.
You what? What you say?
Hey guys, tap, guys.
No, I said I'm calling cap on everybody on this stage.
Oh,
What make now? Let me ask the people on this stage. What makes a relationship stronger?
trust, respect.
Communication,
So
respect.
if you meet a lady at 40 and God give y'all 40 years of peace for the rest of y'all life, y'all just trusting on the same level for the duration of them 40 years?
Mm-hmm.
Or do your hardest challenges make your relationship stronger?
Hardest
Yeah, it's
challenges
gonna be
make
the
your
What is some of
relationship
our
adversity.
stronger.
hardest challenges, people?
It's
Not
gonna
not
be the adversities of the relationship that really makes it
But
a
Hmm.
what
relationship.
adversities do we face?
Man, everything,
Name,
everything under the
give me
sun.
three.
Some people emotional things. Some
Right,
people go through trauma,
financially,
death,
emotionally, and
death, grieving.
no, not I ain't gonna say death. I'm gonna say financially. Then you got emotionally. I mean, well, you got
So the
emotionally too, but you
Why
got
y'all won't say
infidelity.
it?
No,
You
the
got
only reason why I
infidelity.
say like death is because one of my current friends is dealing with that right now. Her sister unalived herself. She's in her relationship is really really suffering because she's in a bad mental place. So right now she really needs him to try to, you know what I mean, like to be there for, because she's tore up by this. It was unexpected. So that's what I meant by like death and emotion. Whereas some things might hit you and you really might need your partner to
Yeah,
Y'all
help
but
you out for
but
some
the
months.
y'all
only
not
thing
living
about
y'all living
the
it.
only reason I don't put death as the top three is because that don't happen to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, I understand that.
So I'm looking into something that would be common for everybody. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Financial, communication, and infidelity. That would be the top three.
I agree that would be definitely top three. Normally, that is the top three. Reason why relationship or marriages fail.
I
You know what I'm
don't,
saying? So I definitely agree with that.
What's the top three?
Financial, emotional, and infidelity.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't say financial,
I would
guys.
say the top three is
I wouldn't say financial.
communication, comprehension, and cheating. That other stuff is all that's not
The
true.
other ones are just
That's
People
secondary.
it.
get
Might
married.
not have be.
People be,
It
this
might
why
not be. It might not be. I say financial only because in today's society, and if you go into, you can go into
It's cap. No, this I say no financial. I get tired of people saying that.
But
Everybody
it
broke.
is.
that's why
Honestly,
Everybody
that's
It
broke.
gonna
is.
big
be the
player.
problem, though.
I
Everybody
agree
got no
with
money.
you.
But you,
Finances.
I understand that, but that's reality, though. That's
No,
what's
no,
going
no,
Right.
on.
Eric.
Reality is
It's a
people
Eric.
get married. Poor people get married. Been getting married since the beginning of time. People are broke. Financial is an excuse
Eric.
because they lack the wherewithal to really be transparent and honest. People don't have money. It's not money. It's not money.
It is
It is
financial
money.
though.
No,
It is
no, no.
financial. It's
I
there's
would
a.
not say.
I'm
Maybe
telling
this
you,
one I don't agree
if
with
you
this
would
one.
want to sit in the courtroom, I promise you, in
They
probation,
cap. Listen,
the
they
people.
cap. I know they cap. That's cap. That's cap.
I know you
How can it
lying.
be
It's
capped when
actually
If
it's
you sit
reality?
in, if
No,
you sit in a courtroom with divorces, I promise you,
It's
no.
cap.
it's mostly
It's
financial.
They
financial.
don't
No,
have.
that
No, that's
actually
not true. They
comes with
don't
a
have.
that actually
No,
comes
they
with the
don't have
side of
assets. People
greed.
do not have money.
That actually comes with a
I
side
get
of
that.
greed,
I
though.
get that. And then
Don't got
people
nothing to do
break
with
up.
money.
It's more people break up over
Oh, can
financial
I, Eric? Let me ask
stress
you a
than
question.
anything. Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. Okay.
go ahead.
Okay, hold on, hold on.
As a human being,
Hold on. If it's money, why do two rich people part?
thank you.
I can answer that.
Question.
I'm
What's
just
Thank
the
saying.
you.
question? What was the
I
question?
was about to ask him a
What was
question
the
too.
question?
Why do two? If it's about money, why do?
Okay. This is the thing with money. It doesn't
Shakina just said
always
she can
have to
answer.
be. It don't always have to be
I can't hear
lack
you. You
of
say
money.
I
It
ain't hear you.
doesn't always have to be lack of money, but money plays a part some way, somehow. Why you
Man,
think two rich people, when they do get a divorce, they sit there and fight? Both of them rich, but they fight over the
no.
same thing. It's
I
about
think
What
money.
was the question?
honestly, I don't agree with this one.
What was
Hold
the
on, hold
question
on,
again?
hold on. Somebody here came off mic and said something. I think the young lady want to speak. We haven't heard from you. Is that you, sister?
Me,
Uh,
Shakina.
yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was in here yesterday. Yeah, I agree. Actually, it's financial.
I
That's the
remember.
main cause
I'm
of
gonna bring you up in
divorce
a little
rate
while. Poison Ivy. I'm gonna bring
in
you up,
relation.
sister. Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Shakina.
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
Yeah, you said it's financial.
Yeah, usually in most divorce situations, it's financial. And the reason behind that is because most relationships are a form of, look, it's kind of like a bit like, I'm going to offer you this and you're going to offer me that. So regardless of what everyone's believing, there is some kind of conditioning going on in a relationship. In an ideal world, we would love to have an unconditional relationship, but as human beings, there is an underlying condition that usually occurs in that relationship. So financially, if you're coming together and building a financial, stability together, and say one of you goes into addiction, perhaps it's gambling, or perhaps there's infidelity and they're spending money outside the home and it's affecting the household. Usually that becomes the main stressor in the relationship. So it may actually separate due to other causes, but it's actually the main stressor in the body. That's why usually relationships don't manage to reach, a sense of, happiness. And, I don't know. The reason why I'm sharing this is because that I do this. It's part of the counseling work that I do.
Can I ask you a question? Why do two people that got money divorce? They both financially stable. Why do they divorce?
Bill Gates.
Hold on.
I just explained to you.
No. I'm saying the two people. No. They're not in the courtroom arguing. They amicably divorce. Why do they divorce?
Why do people divorce? Is that the question?
No. Why do two people that's fortunate they have money, they don't argue, but they still get the divorce? Why is that?
That's not just one reason. There's a lot of personal reasons why people
That's
divorce.
that was my
But having
point.
said that, we were talking about, well, the only reason why I'm actually stating that it is financial, because when I have couples in front of me, the main stressor is finance.
It's come to that, but prior to that, it's always something. It's a root, and that's not it. That's not the root of the issue.
Absolutely.
What's your
It's
opinion
always
about it?
about,
If I may, though,
no, it's always the wounding, isn't it? It's
if
always the wounding. But remember, I was talking about
what's your point, Big Play?
male conditioning.
Comment?
Go ahead, Prince and
if
Shakina.
if I may, money comes, money goes. Okay, all the time. But people who focus on money, that's part of greed. Because everybody can go out right now and work and either make money, but once they focus on money, that is greed. People actually, most divorces start out with disrespect, bad communication in a relationship. Today, we have men and women struggling for a position. That's how it starts. The man might be making money, maybe working 12 hours, and the lady might be at home. It's not just, it doesn't start out with money.
Never.
Let's forget about this finance thing. But when it goes to court, everybody want to be greedy for settlement.
After the fact, they instituted new
Exactly.
new laws and new verbiage for divorce, so it's just different now. But as opposed to, I want to get back to the topic. That was just an extension. Haven't heard from Miss Shakina on the topic. Would you like to address the topic, sister?
Yeah, sure. Initially when I read it, I said, okay, what does this mean? I was a little bit confused because I was listening to everyone and everyone was sharing from their own, perspective. But what I noticed was it was mostly spoken from a truth of their own morals and integrity. So to answer that question, I think the way that I will answer that is I don't believe that if you're in a relationship and, there's a commitment going on and you decide to be unfaithful and it wasn't communicated, like if I'd found out, I think naturally I probably wouldn't continue the relationship, to be honest. But having said that, can a relationship, be built from that? Yes, it can. And I think one of the beautiful women on the panel said it depends on how they're relating, like how they're communicating. Like if you choose to work through that, and if there really is a love there, and say the infidelity was based on something like an accident, as someone said, then, it's up to the two of them. Like if they choose to go there and say, okay, I'm willing to, start all over and really heal from this, and they're both willing to put in the work, I feel that it can work. But personally, myself,
You told the truth. I like you. You always come to the stage and tell the truth, sister. Go ahead, sister.
No, I just for me personally as a woman, and what I didn't share yesterday was I was married very young, and I married a man that I was just very much in love with. So this wasn't a rushed marriage. This was someone that was my best friend. I think, we were together for 6 years. So we were very young. We were together for 6 years, and we fell pregnant, and we decided, yes, we'll marry. So during the pregnancy, I'm very intuitive. I work on a spiritual basis as well. I had this vision, and I shared the vision with him, and he denied it. And so anyway, to cut a long story short, I went ahead, I married him. We had 2 beautiful children, but it was during having said that, you know, our second child, she was probably around, I think 6 months at the time. So again, all this stuff was coming up inside me, and I confronted him. So this is many years later, and I said, you know, do you recall that time I came to you? I asked you about whether you'd been unfaithful, blah, blah, blah. I need to know the truth. And he said, actually, no, I did sleep with someone. So that was really hard because I was in a really difficult situation. I was in a different state. I was relying on him financially. He was someone that didn't really want me to flourish and really thrive in life. He was quite narcissistic. And so everything that I was educated in, everything I wanted to do, I put aside to raise my children, you know, or our children. And so it was really difficult because I had to make this decision. But I made the decision based on, how does this feel for me? Like, this is someone who couldn't even look me in the face and tell me the truth, and then continue to lie. So I thought, I don't know about that. I don't think that's how I want to live as an example for my beautiful children. So I ended the relationship. I ended the marriage, and I actually made that decision. The reason why I'm sharing this is because I didn't really share this last time with you. One thing I just want to say was I ended up a few years later remarrying. So this is a long time ago. My marriage now, we've been together for going on nearly 17 years. And I think someone on the panel yesterday was saying, you know, what is the ideal marriage? You know, there's no such thing, kind of thing. And I'm thinking, actually, there is. I'm living proof of it.
You feel that way about your husband?
And also, you've got to understand, my husband helped raise someone else's children. You know?
So you saying you and your husband had the ideal marriage?
Yeah, my current husband, he helped raise our children. Well, my first husband, children. My actual first husband told me about 6 years ago that, in actual fact, I thought at the time that was the only time he was unfaithful, that there was any play of infidelity. And he actually told me he was never faithful.
Did he tell you? Well, how did that conversation happen? If you don't,
astounding is that?
how did that conversation happen? If you don't mind me asking, why would he tell you that? What was the reason for him telling you?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't ask, to be honest, because
he just volunteered that information.
Yeah, pretty much. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, and I went, wow, okay. So that shook me up, because I thought to myself, wow, look at that foundation. So I think infidelity, and what I was trying to share yesterday, is it's very individually experienced, and there are many different reasons why people choose to, share intimacy with someone outside their commitment, their relationship, their marriage. And I don't like to judge. I feel that everyone has their own personal reasons why they choose to stay and heal in that marriage. But I do believe, as a counsellor, that the kind of work that I do also believe that it can be healed if there is a devoted commitment between the two.
Thank you.
And my first husband was not, I was willing to forgive, but he didn't want to. So I left. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think when you've created a beautiful family with children, you have a home, it's not easy just to let that go.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's really not. I'm not saying that I chose to, but
I know
it's not easy. Yeah. So anyway, that's just my little input for the day, and yeah.
I have a question for her. How is it a beautiful family if he was cheating on you and disrespecting you and his children, both your children? How is that a beautiful
Well, the way that I saw it at the time was our connection and the relationship and the experience that we were sharing together was really special. Now, perhaps it may not have been for him, but for me personally, I was given an opportunity to really share love. Now, whether it was reciprocal or not, that's not my business. I got to birth two amazing children, and I actually took with that valuable life lessons in what my value was, not only as a mother and as a woman, but my value in the profession and the joys and the blessings of life that he took away from me. So what I'm saying is, no, yeah, it was dysfunctional, and I wasn't aware. You have to understand, I did not know that he was unfaithful. I did have an intuition and a vision, but I was very young and I didn't trust it. It wasn't until 10 years later, I was already remarried, and this was a long time later, that he actually confessed and said he was never actually faithful. So I wasn't aware of that. At the time when I was with him, I really truly believed that we were totally involved in this beautiful, loving friendship of romance, right? I had no idea that I was being so deceived.
But I want to give a little pushback. You said that you had some intuition. Did you just?
Yeah, I did.
Did you say that?
Yes, I did.
So what do you think that meant?
Well, I actually confronted him. I asked him. But you see, I was love bombed. I was so in love with him. And when he sat in front of me and said, no, not at all. Why would you think that? I mean, this is someone who I'd spent many years with, who was my best friend. I was marrying my best friend. I mean, I needed every ounce of my being, my bones, everything, my heart was depending on this answer to breathe, literally. And when he said no, it was like, okay, I need to believe this. I was pregnant. What was I didn't want to believe that there's a possibility that these thoughts and visions that I had experienced the night before was actually true. Now, I was very young. I was very young at the time. So now I'm much older. I'm in my 50s now. And, I trust my intuition. I work with it. I mean, and I've had life experience. And I've also understood what the value of what it feels like to work in a marriage, in a relationship that is really amazing, where you can grow together. But I didn't know that. To be honest, we met when we were 16. I didn't know the trials and tribulations of life. I mean, at 19, when he explained that wasn't what happened, you want to believe. I was only 19.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean?
For being transparent with us. Come on, Nadej. Thank you, sister.
Nadej? That's another $10.
It's got elegance to it.
Yeah, I just say doors.
Just think of Edge.
Just say
and
doors.
I never get it
No,
wrong again.
Nadej.
I promise. I got you.
Just think of Edge.
Got
So
you.
what I wanted to say to what's her name? Oh shoot. I don't need now I'm gonna mess up her name.
Shakina.
Shakina, yes. Shakina. So like I understand where you're coming from, right? So I'm not like I fully understand where you're coming from. But there are other women, right, that see the signs, see the text, see the whatever, and they switch it and change it to fit their fantasy, their reality. When the reality is in their face, I can understand where you're coming from. So I'm not talking about you at all. I'm talking about the other women that literally see it, right? And then they create their own reality.
Yeah, that's really, really difficult. Like, it's really painful. And also, I've had situations where I've had couples in front of me, and basically you have, say, let's say that it's the woman that's cheated in this situation. Because I don't want this to be a gender situation, okay, please. Let's say that the female actually in this counselling session actually says, yes, I cheated and you're not giving me this, or whatever the reasons are. And the male, the husband, is saying, oh, but I still want to be with you and I still want to work this out. And basically, you've got one of the partners basically saying, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I know how to let go of this kind of mothering role I've created in this relationship. Do you know what I mean? So I think a lot of the time, part of the denial that occurs is because it's what we call attachment. So there's like different forms of attachments that we create in our relationships. And so sometimes when it's you've got that kind of attachment, it's basically like what we call a betrayal, and it can be an abandonment attachment. So it always goes deeper. But yeah, no, it's challenging because sometimes people will actually say, I actually don't want to be with you. And then you've got the other partner saying, but, we have this, we have that, and everything's wonderful, and I think you just need to just, work on this with me. And they're actually saying, in a different language, obviously, I don't think I was ever in love with you. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, it's a really difficult one.
Yeah, I can definitely resonate with her because I went not too far ago, but went through a very similar situation where for 4 years my kid's father was living double and triple lives, and I had no idea. And I found out when I was 3 months pregnant.
You said double and triple? I heard about double. I ain't heard about triple. A triple?
So basically, my kids literally have siblings, three siblings, the exact same age from two different women.
Wait, what? Where he from? Where your baby daddy from?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. I'm gonna slide up there and give him an award because to pull that off. I'm sorry. I'm just
no. I mean, and I can understand when she says she really didn't know, because I honestly had no idea because of he worked overnights and I worked days. And I can understand what she's saying, where she had an intuition feeling, because at one point I asked and it was, no, I would never do that. All I go to work and I come home and I help we pay the bills, and I would never do, and there's nothing. Why would you think that? So it's like, okay, cool. I don't have no legit proof. I don't really have anything, but I feel it. You know what I mean? And like she said, one night, that's kind of how it happened with me too. I kind of found, and I'm not looking through your phone. I'm not doing anything because I'm a firm believer of what's in the dark will come to the light eventually. It might not come when I needed it, when I wanted it, but yeah. And that's what I found out. And that same day I immediately left. But I resonated with her when she said that 9 times out of 10, the mom is to have to figure it out. I'm so responsible for my 2 kids. It's unfortunate, and I understand that came from trauma that he had as a child from him. But at some point, you got to be an adult. You know what I mean? You got to take accountability for your actions. And I left that, or I didn't leave because that was my house. But he left that day, and that was it. 3 months pregnant. It is what it is. So I get it. You could not know.
Anyway. One thing I always say, you took the word out of my mouth. There's nothing that can be ever hidden under the sun.
Yeah.
Even me as a man, I'll say this: if you really love somebody so much, if they're doing something, you will know. Okay, like the only time you don't know is when you don't pay, like if you don't really love that person as you should, because there's this connection. It's like both of you are entwined. It's like having an identical twins. If you actually love somebody.
I disagree with that. I'm sorry.
Maybe for you, but for me, like I always, like the person I'm dating, it's like I have like this telepathic connection. I can
Absolutely.
actually I
Yeah.
can actually feel, okay? And I heard you said that you're also into spiritual stuff. I am a spiritualist too. I'm a traditional man, all the way from Nigeria. I'm Igbo. Okay. It's a gift passed from ancestral side, from my father's mom's side down to me.
Yeah. With
Sometimes,
word is here.
yeah. So for me, I get messages either from the
Yeah.
dream, or I can just be sitting down and I'll just see my own vision. Okay. It can happen in any sphere depending on the situation. Okay.
Mm.
And like I said, if you actually love somebody and you're entwined with that person, especially if you guys do things together, regardless of what happened, maybe you might not know instantly, but it won't take long for something to show up. And no matter how much that person tries to hide those secrets, it always shows up, no matter what.
I do agree.
Is it okay if I answer?
Some people
Yeah, go
think
ahead,
it's
go ahead.
like, oh, he slept now, or she slept now. No, karma, like karma is a bitch. And when it's time, it's time. And that's why, for me personally, respect outweighs anything, because I believe I'm a statue that goes out in the public and people see me. And if my own person is already doing dirt outside, is a very big shame to me personally, because I can't stand maybe someone who knows about that bullshit coming to my face, throwing it on my face like, oh, your person did this, or your person is doing this. As a man too, I have pride, and my pride comes with respect. If my own person is supposed to respect themselves, that's gonna make me to be comfortable with the public. Nobody wants to walk around looking like a fool in presence of other people. And I get so mad when other men know this. Maybe if a man knows you and knows your husband and he sees you doing something, and tomorrow they're smiling on your face, it's like sitting on the same table and eating with Judas. I don't want that.
So Prince, if you know if one of your close friends was cheating on his wife, would you tell his wife?
So the thing with me is, with my close friends,
But
I try as much as possible. One thing about me is that I stay away from my friends' wives, or I don't even want to have relationship with them, or even trying to have a reason to sit down and have a discussion with them, which is the truth. Okay. And the people I know that probably be doing some shady ass shit, I don't even know their wife personally, because I'm not even interested in knowing their wives personally. And those kind of people, and I'll be honest with you, because I know they're shitty, I don't keep them as friends. It's just like, hey, what's up? What's
you
up?
danced around that question, Prince.
No, but that's the truth. Like for me, I see them, I respect them as a person, but I don't keep them as friends because they don't represent what I represent personally.
So
So
your
what?
friends, so all your friends is stand
No,
up
they're
your
just
family.
acquaintances. I don't use the word friend loosely. They're just acquaintances. I don't use I don't use the word
Duncan
friend
Prince, you got
loosely.
some good moves. I'm trying to hit you. You won't take
But
it.
that is the truth.
I got
That
you.
is the truth.
I got
You
Is it
know?
okay if I can I reflect on what Prince was sharing?
you.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
You said,
Prince, is it okay if I talk to you just for
yeah.
a moment? Thanks, John. How old are you, can I ask?
I don't think he hear you.
How old are you, Prince? Can I ask?
I'm 33.
Okay. When you were sharing earlier, thank you so much, because when I started to develop my abilities as a seer as well, when I was around 19. And I had this vision. It's not that I didn't trust it. What happened was, for me, was I was 19 and I was
Okay.
pregnant.
No, which is
No,
understandable.
listen, and I was pregnant. And so it's not that I didn't necessarily trust it, because I confronted him with it. As human beings, regardless of your abilities, your talents, and your beautiful medicine here on this earth, we're still human beings. And so you have to understand that 19-year-old, pregnant, excited about getting married, then gets this terrible vision. I was lying in the bathtub. He didn't come home for 2 days. And I'm lying in this bathtub having like convulsions, vomiting, because I can see and feel everything that was happening. So when that person was in front of me, that person I trusted with everything, right, said to me, no, what are you talking about? That's a form of gaslighting. That's a form of what we call narcissistic behavior. And so me being insecure, young, lost, overwhelmed, and totally petrified, my whole sense of self at the time chose to believe. It wasn't because he and I didn't have a connection. So I think what you were trying to say can kind of slightly sound a little bit judgmental, because what happens is, as human beings, we all deal with things individually and uniquely our own way. Passing judgment just because we perceive things should be a certain way, it's not really fair on their pain and their suffering. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
sorry, I wasn't judging. I'm just saying out of
No, I'm not saying
reality
you were.
fact.
I'm not
Okay.
saying you were. But
Okay.
I'm just saying, as medicine people, it's really important that we go into empathy and compassion, and we go into their world. Because if someone's talking to me and saying, oh, Rosa, this person, my husband cheated on me, I don't go into like, oh, what are you going to do now? I go into those emotions. I go into the despair that she's experiencing. And my job is to support her and to honor her grieving process. That's grief. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that you're judging. I'm just saying that at the time when this happened to me, I judged myself. I cheated myself. Do you understand what I mean?
You know,
And
with your
yeah,
situation, is totally understandable because one, you love this person, okay,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you will say that sometimes when you love somebody, even let's say you see visions, right? Like you see the visions, and because you love the person, you think that your emotions and your visions are trying to like distract you from loving the person. So sometimes you have like self-doubt. But
Yes.
with me personally, I'll tell you this for a fact, like I'm more of a, you know, more of a dressed when it comes to like approaching things. When I see them, I ask questions, okay? But
Yeah,
when I ask those questions, some people are like, oh, why are you asking this? Or how do you know about this?
yeah,
Okay. And when they ask that question, I know I'm already on the right path. Sometimes, okay, so basically, like the recent one I had was just about my uncle last month, because there's a little issue we had back home in Nigeria, right? So I was just sitting on my bed after eating, and it came to me. I was just there conversing with myself, like I was there.
yeah,
Then I called my mom and said, hey, what is going on right now at home? She was like, hey, your uncle just left. And I called his name and I said, hey, this is what I just saw. She was like, yeah, that's exactly what just happened right now. So the thing is, I ask questions, okay? And when I do ask questions, I expect an answer. But the moment the person lies to me, I will go back to actual being in transition to actually see the thing like in a full-fledged way. And that's when I have to go through a traditional route,
Mm.
then call on my ancestors and do all that
Mm.
shebang. Then it's
Mm.
within 7 days the truth comes out, which
So I
Yeah.
is
feel like
how it
though
is.
so remember how we were talking about earlier, like what's not saying it's that because I believe in those things too, but I don't I don't necessarily have those same, let's say, premonitions that you
Mm-hmm.
guys may have to be able to tap into that exactly how you feel. So I can only go off of how I am feeling and what someone else is telling
Thank
me
you,
because
sister.
I
Which
don't
is
see,
still
I
valid
don't,
too.
I don't, I don't. I can't say that, oh, last night I had this dream. Now let me say this though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I do see these things because I have had dreams of that
Mm.
I'm waking up with that feeling, but
Mm.
then I'm like, okay, maybe something's wrong. And I look the dream up and it says what it means. And I'm like, yeah, all right, well, maybe. So I have, like I said, maybe I don't recognize what that is. But I feel like for me, it had nothing to do with me not being intertwined with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It had everything to do with someone knowing, and I'm gonna say that. Okay, I'm gonna say this first. Someone knowing how to manipulate. That person was a manipulator. That person was a narcissist. So they
Yeah.
knew the things to say to essentially gaslight me. And unfortunately, because I didn't know some of those things, because I've never ran really into a person like this, because he was a sheep in wolf's clothing, I didn't recognize that. And like she
Mm.
said, in certain instances, I was on the opposite end of it, right? She was 19 having this experience. I was pregnant with my first child at 36. So I had a whole different mindset, like, I'm being blessed with this child that I was told that I would never have. So now it's like maybe I'm supposed to make this work, or maybe I'm supposed to not think about what I'm feeling because I don't have no actual concrete proof. But the moment I
Yeah.
did have that proof was the moment that I knew I needed to change my standards and my boundaries because what I was accepting, I allowed, and I was blind to it.
Yeah, and our emotions. Thank you so much for that. Our
So much,
emotions. So
sir.
at
I
19,
appreciate
my
that.
emotions clouded my abilities.
Even
Do you
at
know?
36, my
Or
emotions
even at
clouded
36.
my abilities because
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
it was a new experience that I
Yes.
thought I was
Oh,
supposed to
you're
be
so
excited
so
about.
smart. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like,
Yeah.
and
Oh
then
my
when I
God.
look back,
Yeah.
it's like, damn, I was
Yeah.
robbed of that. I should have
Yeah.
had those things when, well, why am I telling him that,
Mm.
that my appointments, and why is he not as excited as I am? Why? Because he was already out here doing this with all of
Mm.
these other women and experiencing these things that I didn't know.
Yeah, you embodied that wisdom, that medicine, right? At 19, I
Absolutely.
was still learning. And yeah, so oh wow, you're amazing. Prince is amazing too. You're both amazing.
I see, Mr. D1. We haven't heard from Eric and Ancient, or who haven't been on the stage. Anjanita, if you want to speak, and then Ancient and Eric and D1, you guys want to speak? Anjanita, is you there? Or nah?
Y'all don't need to hear that from me.
Miss Anjanita, you there? I
Um,
don't think.
yeah, I'm here.
I,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I hear. Hello, Miss Anjanita.
Okay.
I think you. I don't think you.
Yes.
Miss Anjanita, you got a problem. You
Can you
got
hear?
the. Yeah, it's hard for us to accept Boost Mobiles. You have to come through with at least an AT&T or a Sprint. Miss Anjanita, I'm sorry, Miss Anjanita. Are you there, Miss Anjanita? Miss Anjanita, I'm sorry, sister. If you need any help, just inbox me on the back
I'm here.
channel, and I'll send you. I'm
I'm
sorry,
done.
sister. Come on, sister.
I you can you hear
You
me or
gotta let
no?
the cricket go, ma'am.
You in the matrix.
I'm in the matrix.
You
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
matrix.
Uh,
Okay.
You in the toilet.
you back, Miss Anjanita?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, come on, sister.
Oh, can you hear me now, or am I still in the matrix?
You here, sister?
Who is using the restroom?
That's
I
somebody that
don't know
came
who
off
that
their
is. I
mic
think
up
that was.
top. No, it's okay.
Oh,
Somebody was off mic. They was living their best life. Go ahead, Angelita.
I was just gonna speak to Shakina. I liked where she was going earlier when I got on. When she said that she appreciate the experiences that she did have, and even though the relationship did not go where she would have necessarily wanted it to go, she she pointed out the good things that did happen in that relationship. I did appreciate that conversation, and I appreciated her speaking toward those good things instead of just talking about the negative part. But I did want to. I know I heard a lot of gaslight and I heard a lot of narcissism. I don't know how. I think that that word is used very loosely. I'm not sure if a man lied, that don't make him a gaslighter or a narcissist. He just lied.
Mm.
People lie every day. I'm not sure how that makes
Oh
him
no,
a. He lied.
he was a narcissist. No, really, he
She was
was.
talking about her
Do you remember
anecdotal
when I was
experience,
saying?
and she probably went a little deeper than I don't know how much you heard, but she it's different if she know him. So that's a little. We try not to center people. She was just sharing her experience with us.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, I wasn't. I was just talking about. I hear that a lot. So
Yeah,
not
yeah,
specifically Shakina,
Yeah.
but
I got you. So
yeah, I was.
are you saying you can have a healthy relationship that start from cheating? That's what you saying?
I think you know what? That's a trick question. I'm gonna just go ahead and.
No, we need your input, sister, and
I
then you
Yeah,
think.
can go.
Oh, let me
tell
see.
us.
Is that the top? I didn't even listen. I didn't even read the topic.
Are you
Can a
just
healthy?
so you came for smoke? You came in this room for smoke, young lady.
No, I heard that good perspective that Shakina was giving, and I was like, okay, I love this
Apologize.
perspective.
I apologize a lot. I'm sorry. Can a
Thank
healthy
you.
relationship start from cheating, Miss Angelita, please?
I think that if you understand the person that you are with and that's who they present themselves to be, yeah, because you understand your place in that relationship.
I like that. So you
What?
are a cheater.
Oh,
That's what you said.
no, I did not say that.
Sorry. I'm
You
just trolling.
respect
Go ahead, sister.
you respect the cheater.
Oh Lord, oh Lord, this is everybody's
Eric
getting
is the
set up
only
right
cheater on
now.
this line. It's Eric.
No,
Honestly,
I'm the only realist on the line.
Thank you,
no,
Eric.
no, Eric, not
Oh,
just
we
you. I
lost you.
just
We
stand my
lost. We
ground
lost the
too.
brother. You want to speak? We lost. Let me see.
If you want information, you need to go to the source, man. Not saying
Lost.
that I am an active cheater, but I have actively participated in cheating. So I can tell you the emotions and why I did it and why I didn't do it to certain people. You see what I'm saying? So when I hear people give a perspective of what they may think people doing it for, that's when I can say, well, not really. You know, because sometimes it's no reason to it. See, one thing about men is we can just bump into a escapade. We don't have to plan them. It could just happen. And this is why men feel so vulnerable when it comes to explaining why. Because it's nothing in depth about it. It was just a moment. But see, when women do it, that's why they believe that it's more to it because y'all put more effort into it to hiding it, to masking it up. We don't.
So you don't think that men hide cheating?
I
I'm
said
just,
no.
I'm
Hold
just
on,
No, we
laughing
don't
though.
have it. It's written all over our face.
listen,
No,
listen.
you said what? Hold on.
See, my thing
I'm not
is
a man, so I
okay.
can't
So
speak
let me
from, so
break
I'm
it
just
down.
asking like I
Okay, now I can break it down to you, so maybe it will make a little sense. A man could go out on a day, right? Just on a regular day, he out minding his business, run into an ex, or maybe, you know
An
what I'm saying?
ex?
Hold on, let me finish. Or a get down buddy. You see what I'm saying? And I know everybody know what a get down buddy is. And something could just transpire. It wasn't on my Rolodex for the day. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on the calendar or nothing like that. It just happened. You know what I'm saying? So when we find ourselves in situations like that, that's why it's so hard to explain to your partner.
When you find yourself,
You say what?
when you find yourself, don't say we.
Okay. So even okay. So prime example, like what you just said, an ex or a buddy or something like that, right?
Right.
Don't you have the option to not engage in that situation so
Yes,
that it doesn't go to that?
we all have free will, but lust sometimes overwhelms free will. And it takes you to a place where you're not thinking clearly. I'm gonna say it like this, it's like a rug, right? I know y'all get what I'm saying when I say rugs, right? It's like endorphins. It releases in our mind, in our brains, and at that moment we are hunters and gatherers. We go back. We go back to just who men are really supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? It automatically takes override over everything that our decisions, logical thinking. Are you thinking about? No, we're not thinking about you at that moment.
Oh
That's the
no,
thing.
man.
You are the last.
Okay, okay,
Listen.
So maybe
okay.
I would say maybe that some
Hold on.
men, maybe not all men, maybe because maybe.
I'm giving you an insight on when it's going down. At
Okay.
the moment it's going down. I'm giving you the
No, because
insight of
I
that.
and I mean and I understand what you're saying, but I like I said I do believe too because prime example. I mean, I seen somebody, one of my I guess what you say rugs or somebody that I knew I could get without. You know what I mean? Us women we have those things too. When I was single, I do hair.
No. I'm saying that is the euphoria that you get in the moment. It's like when people are off rugs. And it's that euphoria that you get. It's the endorphins that get released. It's
It is.
the smactual endorphins that comes out within a man that probably it comes out in women too, but it's a
Well, no,
little
I get what you're saying. As a man, it's
yeah.
different.
It's a little more intense. So
Yes.
you're not on our mind at that particular moment. Now, right after, yeah, we fear y'all worse than God right after, but
So why you didn't fear us before?
because it's just like I said,
Generationally, it's normalized.
it's like when you line up for that situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't nothing make sense at the moment, but
Man.
that at the moment. I'm just talking about in the moment. Now,
You're talking about
afterwards,
now.
even before you even
I'm
got
not leaving.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
said
leaving.
lust. He said lust.
yeah,
Clay, I'm not leaving. I was talking to Eric.
okay.
Nah, well, goodbye. What you mean?
I
No,
was talking to
she's
Eric. I
telling
was
her, she's telling him
Prince,
goodbye.
Prince, Prince. You,
My
I
name,
could,
my
yes,
name.
No,
I
I'm
could
saying
speak for myself, sir. I could speak for myself.
why you say you're not leaving?
No, I was you because I saw you giving me a salute. I was
No.
responding to what
I'm
Eric was
sorry.
saying.
Somebody. I be trying to deal with the comments. No, I won't say
Oh,
that. If I do a salute,
oh,
it's more of respect or something. It won't be. I wouldn't tell you.
oh, okay.
I
But
wouldn't do
yeah,
that, sister. You good?
like when it comes to women, when y'all are in y'all, this is just my opinion of it. I can't speak for a woman that's in that moment, but y'all seem to come off like more of it was a planned thing. Y'all knew who y'all wanted, and y'all knew y'all can just hit the switch and make it happen. See, men are not like that. We are opportunists. So we are
No,
opportunities. So when
agree,
an
Eric.
opportunity comes
No,
along,
I don't think that because I saw one of my exes
Mm-hmm.
the other day and I already knew, haven't spoken to him, that it was gonna be within that day. I was gonna get either a text message or a phone call, and I already knew it. But I guess I get what you're saying, where a man is going to see if he still has that opportunity, regardless of maybe, or some men are going to see if they still have that opportunity, regardless of whatever situation they're in.
Yes.
Now, do you think that is because of ego, just to make sure, like, oh, I ain't talked to her in a minute, let me just see to make sure I still got it? Because you said there's no emotion.
You're right. Some is like that, and some could be going through things personally at home, right? Where he's not that sexually attracted to his mate because of it may be over time, or she doesn't keep herself up like she used to, and he don't look at her as that sexual being as he used to. If you can understand what I'm saying, she may just walk around the house in sweats a lot. Don't go get her hair and
Oh
nails
wow.
done like
Right.
that. No. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. There's no disrespect. I'm just giving you things that's plausibility. So yes, that does happen in men, and I know it happens with women too, where they get tired of looking at their men. You know what I'm saying? It happens to everybody. But the way that some people, not all, the way that some people react to it, they may go out or seek validation. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, it could be an ego thing. Do they still got it? You know what I'm saying? Or and that's basically ties up everything, because even if it was just sexual, they want to know if they still got it. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the reasons men do the things they do that women don't quite understand. I think most, because the things I hear women say out their mouth is, man, far from the truth when it comes to men, because we are not that deep. We're not that.
Hey, on camera. Hey, sister. All
We're
right.
not that. We not that calculated when it comes to that. Sometimes we just actually bump into some stuff. You know how they say, "How did you just fall into it?" Most men do. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the cheating, it's not a lot behind it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why men always look at women like they are, losing their marbles when they want to leave them, because still to the day they can't figure out why you want to leave me because I did that. Like it was just you dropping a gallon of milk on the floor or something. Because that's how we look at having sexual intercourse outside of our relationship. We don't take it that serious. It's just a thing or an action that happened. You know what I'm saying? And that's point blank. That's it. But
Eric,
women
can
will
I
leave.
ask for that?
You said what?
Is it okay if I can add to what you're saying?
Yeah, you go ahead. I love it when you come and add on to what I'm saying.
Um, yeah, I think what I'm hearing you say is that being monogamous for a man isn't really a natural part of his physical makeup. And so when he decides to be unfaithful, he's in a relationship and he decides to be unfaithful. I'm going to call it out what it is. It's unfaithful. So in that moment of what we call lust, it is what it is, right? It's this moment of lust. It's physical gratification. It's finished. And then he goes on his merry way. So the difference, though, what I'm hearing you say, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm really trying to understand. The difference with a woman, though, in, say, a similar scenario, is that women develop emotional attachments. So because they develop these emotional attachments, and intimacy to them is a much deeper, sacred thing for them, okay? It's a sacred connection.
Right.
Therefore, the experience of them, being unfaithful is perhaps something worse, or perhaps it's more it's coming from a place that maybe might be very different to the same sort of like scenario. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's more.
I'm just trying.
It's more of women. When it comes to women, it's more of a. It's more of a. It's a mental connection, an
We're replacing
emotional.
you.
It's emotional connection, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. I just
With
wanted to
men,
understand.
with
Yeah.
men, it's not. It's more like men in a monogamous relationship. We
Right.
are suppressing. We suppress the urge. You see what I'm saying? It's just like when the I'm gonna give you an example. It's like when someone is on a diet, right? And this is exactly what I can look at it as. It's like when someone's on a diet trying to lose weight, but then
Yeah.
they see a snack, right? They know they on this diet. You know, they ain't supposed to
Yeah.
cheat on the diet. But sometimes they might creep up late night, go to the refrigerator, bust down them cookies or cakes, and just have their way, and then feel bad about it after they done.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
So
So,
men in a monogamous relationship is they are on a sex diet. I mean a smacks diet. You know what I'm saying? And it gets hard sometimes. And sometimes if you get used to it, it's easy where you might not do nothing for a long time, but then it's gonna be one of them cheat days. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah, Eric.
that's when I hear men say some of the things they say. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's not that easy for everybody. You know, if you are that exception, man, kudos to you. You know what I'm saying? I respect you. I'm not saying that you supposed to be other. I'm just saying that's not normal for all men. You know, it's more percentage of men that do cheat than don't cheat.
Mm. How can I ask how old you are, Eric? If that's okay.
I'm 50. I'm 50 in August. I'm 49 now.
Okay, so you're
What date?
what date?
You said what days?
I don't know, Princess.
What date in August, brother?
Oh, fifth.
Oh, okay.
Leo,
I'm
what's up,
Can I
Leo?
I'm
What's up,
13th,
Leo?
so
I'm a
can I
Leo.
just
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
I'm
a
a
Eric?
Leo
Leo.
too.
What's up, Leos? Salute to my
Y'all,
Leos.
y'all already know. And we
Eric, I just
know.
wanted to
Hey,
add
and
something.
one thing about a Leo, we know for telling it, man. Like, hey, we gonna tell you when you're
Yeah,
wrong.
I got a lot of Leo. I got a lot of Leos in my family and stuff. So go ahead,
Can
yeah.
I just land?
Eric,
Can I land?
And out there,
Eric,
in the
real
back.
quick.
Jesus
Eric,
Christ.
real quick. You said something, right? You talked about them being emotional. You talked about them being emotional, and then later on you said they will feel bad when they are done with it. But I stand to differ with that anyway. They only feel
Okay.
bad when they are caught, but they will never
Can
feel
I,
bad if
Prince,
they are
can
not
I
caught.
just
I'm
finish?
sorry.
Can I just finish something though? Is like
Yes.
just very quickly, because I really wanted to share something with Eric, and I really wanted to understand from his perspective what he was talking about, because this is a thing. I think the host was talking about how, or someone else was talking about how, when we're talking about infidelity and cheating, sometimes it can mean different, like can be very different in different stages of our lives. Do you know what I mean? As well. And I think that's a really important thing to remember. Eric, I'm 54, so I'm kind of around your era. And what I'm coming to understand about this idea and this concept that men naturally are not monogamous, therefore, it's kind of almost like a subconscious programming that gives them permission to actually take action on their lust, on their senses. I don't know whether a lot of men, let's say younger generation now, actually believe the same kind of formula or concept as we do, or what we've gone through, or what we were conditioned to believe. I think a lot of men also have to understand whether it's true or not. I'm not debating that. I'm not here to debate that. What I'm saying is, let's perhaps educate. And what I mean by education is, a lot of men choose to release their stress from their emotional body in physical pleasure. So it's a form of stress release for many men. Perhaps not so much for women, but it may also be because women have sisterhood. We have these beautiful connections and relationships, and we communicate. We talk about our problems. It's probably more socially acceptable for women to express their vulnerabilities, etc., right? Men don't have these kind of advantages. Like, they tend to shut off their emotions. And what I'm hearing you say is that it's just a natural process for a man. But I'm here to say there might be a possibility that that's not actually how we're evolving, how men are evolving now. Because what we're doing is we're teaching young men how to actually regulate their emotions now. Instead of reacting to something that feels intuitively wrong to their partner, morally wrong to who they are as a man and to their family, a lot of men are now choosing other ways to express their sensuality and sexuality and stress loads in different ways. So I just wanted to put that out there, because I don't think we should normalize this kind of behavior. I think we need to cut it off and go, hang on a moment, what was happening with you when you decided to do this? Because there are consequences to our lust, right? Well, in tarot, it's called luster. So I just want to put that out there. That's all I wanted to share, because I don't like normalizing behavior that has a really painful effect to a lot of family and relationships.
That's the thing. See, when a female tries to over emotionalize a man, that is damaging to the man.
No, that's not fair to say that.
No. Let me finish. This is just my opinion.
This isn't emotional. No.
Hold on. It's just my opinion. It's just an opinion. I'm just.
Your opinions are outdated.
No,
they're actually very. Yeah, they are, because.
Listen.
Oh, we got to fight. It's a fight. Come on.
No, it's not.
I'm saying they're outdated, and we have to evolve.
Listen, I get what you're saying.
Men have to evolve.
But listen,
and women have to evolve.
I get that. Men been suppressing their true natures for many years now. They've been suppressing it for many years. This is nothing new.
No, I understand that. I'm not here to debate your beliefs.
Listen, okay, I listened to you. I listened to your thesis, and I said you made
a thesis.
That was a thesis?
It's not a thesis.
Eric.
Okay, sorry, Eric.
Hold on. Let me get this out. I'm for the land of plane. My thing is, this is what my opinion is. This is what I think, and when I see what's going on.
I'm still stuck on thesis, man.
Listen, men has been pressured to go with this monogamous relationship theory for many years, and it's always been fractured in the man. It's always been a problem with the man. You know what I'm saying? Him wandering off every so often. Now the women got to the point where they was tired of the men wandering off. So then you have women telling the other women or talking to other women into being promiscuous. So now that they done tried to do that, now look at the generations now with the women. They just it's messed up in the head as they accuse the man of being, but the man was only messed up because he was doing something against his nature.
Well, what about if I told you
it's not in his nature?
What's not in his nature?
Statistically, in Australia, statistically,
hold on.
It's actually women that cheat more than men.
Now you're talking about a whole nother.
So how does that work with
you're talking about a whole nother culture?
Concept of you talking about?
You're talking about a whole nother culture. Just like over there in
Africa.
Africa.
I know. I can't talk on behalf of America.
Africa the
Yeah.
way they look at society is totally different than the Western
Do
society.
you want me? Do you want to get into
Then it,
history?
hold on.
No,
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 we
no, no.
don't,
I
Prince.
don't. I was
No.
just
Hold
because
on. Because it,
I have heard people from Africa on here speak a million
but,
times.
but here's the thing, Eric. It doesn't matter where they're from, right? You're
Yeah.
saying it's in men's nature, regardless of where they are landing in this earth,
But
Mm-hmm.
okay,
right?
Okay.
But oh yeah,
okay,
yeah,
right.
Prince. Hold on. So I'm not you, Prince. So if it's in their nature, as you're saying, which it's not, then that means all men would be doing it. Not just some, not just a few, not just most.
Okay. Look at Africa. They got many wives, right?
No, you just
Right, but
love Eric.
no,
Okay,
no,
That's their
hold on.
culture. That's
Wait a
something
minute.
different, though.
that's a
Well,
cult,
I'm just
right.
going. Hold on. I'm just answering what she just said. She
You
said it's
said
not
nature.
all. Listen, okay, that's what I'm trying to prove this point.
But nature
Just
and
like,
culture are two different
Now,
things, though,
now I'm
because
intrigued.
okay, but
in
listen,
other
listen what I'm
countries you
saying.
have to pay a dowry to. So us here, they're like, I'm not paying no woman to marry me. I'm that. But other countries that's customary. So in
But they
certain,
still, no matter how they execute it, they still doing the same thing. If they paying for it
Mm-hmm.
or if they doing it behind they mate's back,
Mm-hmm.
they still doing the act. That's
I'm
all
just
I
it's
got a
I'm
doing.
still
question.
Eric, I
I
I'm
got
think
a
still
you
talking about the
question.
misunderstood
nature
the whole
though.
concept.
So wait a minute
Oh my
before
God.
before
It's
we
not.
before I got a question for all the women on that's on the panel. How many women on the panel have been cheated on? Because this is just gonna prove Eric's point right here. Who all on the panel that's a woman that's been cheated on? I have. I'm lifting my hand. I'm number one.
I've been cheated on.
Me, number two.
Okay,
Are
Tanisha,
you
Shakina. Who else have been cheated
Yes,
on?
yes, I have.
Okay. What about Nadij? Not no,
no,
it's
I'm not raising my hand. Nadesh.
Nadej. Okay. So
No.
the three women that have spoke, everybody
Hold
have been
on,
cheated
wait.
on.
Hold
So
on.
Eric is
We
trying
don't mess
to
up people's name. It's a $5 fee.
That's
okay.
Who
right.
let
That's
you
I
right.
ain't
in?
messing up no I ain't messing up nobody else's name. I heard her getting you. It's not Edge, I think.
Dang.
They
But
get Nadesh,
what Eric
yep.
is saying, we don't want to
You talking
accept
about
it.
some yep? You gonna
We don't
co-sign
want
it?
to accept what Eric is
Trying to get
saying.
you the money.
I don't want to accept what Eric is saying either. I'm a woman. I do not want to accept that it's in men's nature to cheat. But he is trying to inform us and enlighten us on how men think and what men come with. So we could get on here all day and say it's not in men's nature. We not men, but everybody on the panel been cheated on though.
Not so
So if he telling
go
us,
ahead. No, go
uh-huh.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
So if he's telling us he's trying to inform us. No, we don't want to. I don't. Nobody wants to. We women, we don't. That's not anything that we want to accept. But I mean, he's telling us
hasn't
what it
happened in
is.
every
Can,
relationship. It
well, can
has
I just
happened to me, but it hasn't happened in every relationship. So that's the only thing that I'm saying, that not every man cheats. It is,
no
I agree, maybe in a man's nature to be like a hunter or to, you know what I mean? Because that is in
that's
their nature,
not
but
that's
I
not
not true
want to ask a
either.
question.
every,
I want to ask a question.
but not
What
That's
species?
not
every
true
man.
too.
What species in our stratosphere is monogamous besides a human? I want to ask the doctor this, Miss Shakina.
No,
Isn't
this
Well,
is
birds?
Why you had to
can
say
No.
that,
I just say
birds?
something real quick though? Can I just say something real quick? So I'm not listen, I love listening to men talk, right? But you can't say it's in a man's nature. That means regardless of where they are, that means all men are
It's
going
not.
to
That's
do it.
not
Not
true.
all men.
That's not
When
No,
you
true.
say that it's in
majority,
men's if you say
majority.
the statement it's in men's nature,
The majority will act off the urge. The
Let's just
majority
say
will
this.
act
So
off
I
the
guess it's
urge.
almost like saying most women are
right,
naturally nurturers, but
Yes.
not
right.
all women
Right.
Because
are.
they're
Right,
not.
right,
Because they're
right.
not.
There go. Yep.
Exactly.
Right, right, right.
Like we're
Right. And I
supposed to
agree.
be, because we're women, but I know a lot of women
There's a
that
lot
are
of
not
women.
nurturers.
Hmm.
You
Because
know
they're
what I
not in
mean?
their nature. That's why they've been
But you can't
indoctrinated.
say
They've
that
been
about
taught
men,
certain
though.
things to shift away from their nature.
Yes,
See,
yes,
What
you
do you
can
mean they're
say
Eric,
that
not in their
about
Eric,
men.
nature?
Eric, not making this up. The thing is, just the universe has innate things happening for a reason. It's not him making this up. It's just people want to. and we are going into a situation. Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But back to what I was saying. I'm not talking 100% in nothing, but I am talking about majority in something. You see what
Oh,
I'm
so
saying?
I could take that. I could take that.
yeah, but Eric, that's not what you said originally. You've just
Uh-huh.
shifted your perspective, haven't you, sweetheart?
No,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
we
you have.
Listen,
You
Mm-hmm.
because
said it's
it's
men's
hard.
nature.
It's in man's nature. I'm sure
Have
it's infidelity going on in
of
Australia.
that Lord.
If I may,
Isn't it gorgeous? So
every man
funny.
is different, right?
Absolutely.
Every man is
Absolutely.
brought up differently. Every man has their own culture, principle, and the type of lifestyle they live.
Absolutely.
And not
Yeah.
every man grew up in a polygamous family, if I might put it that way, because especially those that come out from a polygamous family, they see it as okay to, have multiple women and multiple wives. I'm Nigerian. I'll tell you that for a fact. Like yesterday on the live, I said, I know a man who has 25 wives and 99 children. That's okay for him. He's from my village. But that does not make every other man like that. Okay. African thing back in the day, it was a culture for man to have multiple wives because they needed sons. Okay, if a man has first wife and the first wife does not give him a son, he feels like that's a problem. Now we have IVF, we have all these other things to stop, change that scenario.
So
But
why do they
now
still do it?
I'm just saying,
So,
if like we
Prince.
in Africa, I put it
you
this
bring
way
up
because
such a great point.
Yeah,
I can only
Such
speak
a great
about what I
point.
know. I'm not gonna put my knowledge talk about something I don't know about. So in Africa, it's not a taboo
Wait.
for someone to do that, because if they marry the first wife and the first wife is okay for him to marry a second wife, and if he's able to afford them, take care of them and the whole family, he's gonna do it. There's no law that says that they cannot. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to after all that stuff is the type of person or the family the person comes out from. My dad didn't marry a second wife. Doesn't mean that he can't, but he loves my mom so much. Okay,
Mm.
so
Mm.
he married the first wife, but the marriage didn't work out. He stopped that. And good thing, like the first one didn't have a child for him. She was very toxic, fighting the whole family and fighting his mom that time. So he was like, "Oh, bye bye, lady." Then got married to my mom legitimately. Did every process, and that's how it is for me. I believe, like, in principle, I would not want to do something that I know if somebody else do to me, I will not be happy with it. So if I was single and I'm, doing my smacks left and right, up and down, that's okay. But at the same time, um, it still comes down to your own principles. At the end of the day, if I'm with one person, I like to be with one person. And if that person decides to do some stupid shit or disrespect or do all that stuff, there are things you can talk about. But when it comes to having another relation with somebody, that's a no for me.
Mm.
You
And that's
know.
what I was saying, Prince. That's what I was
all right,
saying. And you
all right.
just gave such a beautiful
So,
argument.
all right,
Such a
sorry.
beautiful
Prince,
argument.
are you there? Prince, are you there? Sorry. Shekina, sorry. I'm sorry for interjecting. Sorry. In
Come on,
addition
listen.
to
We
what
haven't
Prince,
heard from you. You've been up there. Come on, brother.
yeah, yeah, yeah. In addition to what Prince said, right?
Mm.
Like I said in live, I was in the live yesterday. I was telling some persons that I'm not against polygamy, right? But I won't practice it because I never grew up to see my father getting married to more than one wife. It was only my mother. So I think I'm going to keep up to that. It's not as if I'm doing it because he did, but like Prince actually said, they were getting married because to several wives because they want male children. Those ones they were stronger for farming and all of that because then they were practicing. It was actually their culture. And you see some persons like some persons they were looking for for a male child that much that they did too many things just to get a male child. Like for me. I I want to share my personal story because I was actually switched. I was switched from I was actually a victim of a childbirth switch. I was switched for a female child. Do you understand? So sometimes these things are actually one of the factors that they will tell you that they want to practice polygamy. But for me, I think there's no justification for cheating. It's actually a decision. If you decide to, it's good for you. And then again, if you want to practice polygamy, I'll appreciate you tell the person, you pre-inform the person you are getting married to, or you are going into a relationship with. Sorry, I'm not a one woman's man, and I'm not a one man's woman, so that the person will be informed, so that the person wouldn't feel, oh, this person never informed me from the onset. I don't know if you understand. You should inform them, tell them what you can do. Just own up to it. Don't hide it. Just be very honest, whatever you want to do, so that the person will be pre-informed. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
I gotta give everybody. I got 10 minutes because I gotta get ready for the 9:30. But I gotta give everybody. It's 8 people on the tape on the whatever the panel. I want to give everybody 60 seconds to speak, and then if you want to come back with a new topic at 9:30, we'll be back. Go ahead. We're gonna start with the young lady up top. If she there, she walked away. She got a beautiful kitchen. Can I ask her? Can you cook? You got some? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I said you got a beautiful kitchen. I was asking what you had for dinner. No, go ahead. I said we got 60 seconds for
I
people to
did.
speak.
Oh, okay. I just made a roaster and some beans and some rice. But you said 60 seconds to. I just want. I mean, for me
Just say what you
personally.
wanted to say, and because I'm gonna come back at 9:30 tonight.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say, just I mean, as a topic, that's not something that I'm able to do because of my boundaries and my beliefs. I'm not saying that it can't work for somebody else, but that's just not what I believe. I do believe that cheating is a choice. Give me the option. If you don't want me, if you don't want to be here, or this isn't working, then let me know so that we can do what we need to do to separate. Don't cheat and think that I'm supposed to just be okay with it, because that's not fair. Give me the choice whether I want to stay, leave. However, I just think it all has to do with the respect for the person and respect for yourself.
That's not fun.
What's not fun, Eric?
I think Eric is an agent.
I have been on plenty of panels with Eric. I know how
I'm
it
not
goes.
like I love her, like,
He
but
starts as a troll.
I enjoy him too.
Listen, he might start as a troll, but at the end of the night, the goal is to shift his mind just a little bit, and he did. So it's okay. It's all right. It's cool.
Okay, Miss Shakina and Eric and the Nadej, I got you. I told you I wasn't gonna get it wrong.
I'd love to finish off. But first of all, I wanted to say, host, thank you again for your beautiful presence, and everyone else who taught me so much today, because it's morning here. I just wanted to say thank you to Eric for really standing his ground with me. What I wanted to also share was a lot of the insight that was shared, what with Prince as well, and also what Lifted was sharing. To me personally, was just placing a bit more emphasis on what I was trying to explain to Eric, because what we're kind of discovering, and when I say we, is I'm talking about, people that are in front of me. These are the experiences that I've personally had with people that have experienced this form of, violation. It's a form of violation when someone decides to go against that communication, that beautiful heart-centered contract. There's a violation that occurs. It's a form of betrayal. So all I'm speaking really is from my personal experience and from what I'm seeing. And here in Australia, statistically, it's actually the women who are actually the ones that are in long-term relationships outside of their marriage. And so what I want to say is it's not actually a gender construct. It's actually associated with our conditioning, our environment, what we're taught in our values, and also what is spiritually, emotionally, in our own moral system. And it's always going to be different. But having said that, I think we're evolving. Women and men are evolving, and I think supporting one another is the beauty in all of this, you know.
And yeah, I agree with you. I think men are evolving back into what they were originally supposed to be, and women at the moment that's up for discussion. But in an overall aspect, I had a good time on the panel today. All the guests always make me laugh, and it's a lot of people that don't know me, but if you come on the panels more, you'll get to know me. Yeah, I might come off a little bit, you understand me, more strong, but it's just the way I come in. I like to make a boom when I walk in the door, you know. So I see you later on, Big Play.
Appreciate you being here always, man. Okay.
Let's show.
Real quick, big play. Sorry. Yeah, Instagram handle is the same username, right?
Yes, everywhere is the bigger play.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
yeah. Because I noticed I've been following your handle for years. Like I always love your videos. Like, oh God, I felt very blessed coming up on your stage. I can't lie. Like I said it earlier. That thank you for bringing me up. Like
Thank you
I was
so
just
much,
reminded.
brother. We're going to be back often. And if you're welcome to come back anytime you get ready.
All right, thank you very much.
We'll be back later
That I
tonight
gotta
every
put my
day.
kid. I know I gotta put my kids to bed and get a glass of wine because for some reason these 10:30 shows they stressful. These ones I be all
Get
right.
the wine and come on
10:30
in.
ones.
Get the
Woo.
wine and come on in. All right, sister. Okay, Miss Anjanita. Nadej, and then Anjanita.
Look at you saying my name with confidence. Come on now. Come on now. Um, it was a good conversation in Shekinah. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I appreciate her transparency today and her, her vulnerability and letting us into her world a little bit. I had a good time. I think it was a good panel.
Thank you
And
so much.
you getting back at 9:30?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, 10:30 my time. All right.
Okay. Miss Anjanita, for you.
Really think it was a good panel. I would like to see a panel on how we should raise our daughters that's coming up in this new generation, and with hearing the
Please, I
men
got
and
two
their
babies. Yes.
Wait, you
perspectives.
said wait. Let me write this down. You said how?
Yeah, what should we teach our daughters coming up in this new generation? Because we have
Hmm.
men, older and young, telling us what their
Wait,
views
can you
are.
inbox me that? Then I can get
I'll
it. Maybe tomorrow. I'll
okay.
get it. Okay, I'll get it for
I'll
tomorrow.
Okay,
inbox
and
you. So
and Janita, you
I'm
Teach
shouldn't.
our
interested in
daughters
that conversation.
how to raise our daughter. Okay, just send it to me. Go
And,
ahead.
and Janita, it shouldn't be our daughters alone. It should be both genders, both female and male, please.
You know
Well,
what?
Because
The reason that I said,
we have to separate it because it probably will be so
hmm
long. We'll separate
hmm
it. That's a good idea. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do both of them this week.
yeah,
I appreciate that. That's cool.
yeah,
Our sons and daughters. We'll do one
yeah.
son and one daughters. Okay, that's good. Prince, you want to say something before we leave?
I like the topic because I have a son and a daughter too,
Okay.
and being the fact that I'm always the kind of person, because I already have a reputation to represent, and a lot of people are looking up to me in the community wherever I am. Um, I always have to be a perfect example. As a human being, I can never be too perfect, but I want to always be the kind of person people can confide in, try to talk to, and we can still all be respectful about it.
Okay.
I'm always enjoying the panel, regardless of what the topic is, always meeting people, new people, yeah, we all follow ourselves, get to know each other. Uh, I'll still go back watching your Instagram while you're doing this.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. Powerful. What do you think? Can a healthy relationship come from cheating? Now I need you to pay attention.
It ain't no nigga or no bitch on earth that's so important or means so much that you can't walk away and get your life together. I swear to God, man. I'm to the point, I don't even argue with nobody. This is too much for my life right now. I don't have to take this. I'm going home.
Too much for my life right now. I ain't got to take it. I'm going home. 2. Don't never let nobody influence who you are. You are who you are. Pay attention to that. And ask yourself, is that a fact or is that fiction? I see you tomorrow, little ugly.
Pastors lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, boot listed city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a Civic truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow but they led astray. Sorry but not sorry, can't trust what